People, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. As I said last night, we would cover the Florentino Perez interview that is happening in literally 2 minutes. The crazy man is going to do a little chat in about 2 minutes time. He has arrived, so it's definitely happening today. He's at the El Laguaro studio. He'll be interviewed on the Super League in 2 minutes time, of course. If anyone wants to join the stream whilst we're listening, or not listening, but whilst I'm reading out the stuff that's being said, then the link is in the description if you want to come on and have your say on what's been a crazy couple of days. Utterly crazy. Big up Velvishwam, and to big up DJ Sav, big up guys, everyone, and those in the chat. Big up to yourself as well, mate. But yeah, we're waiting for this interview, and it's gonna pop. Like, you just know that he is gonna say some almightily shocking stuff. Like, he's gonna tell us that this Super League is happening without the English clubs. He's gonna tell us that, look, the way it is, we did it wrong, blah blah blah. We're gonna look to improve it, blah blah blah. He's going to say some absolutely ridiculous stuff. Big up to Chris in the chat as well. Sefran said, Florentino Perez doesn't want a president like me that pushes me even more to stay. He wants a president that would obey him and do everything he wants. Shots are being fired from every side, as I'm sure you can imagine. Obviously the Twitter, account that we're going to be watching is obviously Madrid Zone. Florentino Perez has arrived at El Laguaro studio and will get interviewed on the Super League breakdown in 20 minutes. That was 19 minutes ago. So we are waiting. You know it's going to be absolutely hilarious. You just know this is going to be funny. And we'll see what's said. They're going to be talking. I mean, it's in Spanish, so I couldn't listen to a broadcast. I wouldn't have a clue what they're saying. But no, he's there. He's in the studio. He is literally in the studio. They tweeted his first words after the disbandment of the English Italian Atletico clubs with Manu Carreno on the leading Spanish radio station. Obviously, you can follow the interview. If you understand the Spanish language, which I do not understand the Spanish language, so we await to see what crazy stuff he's there. I can see him, and it's absolutely, oh, this is gonna be funny. He's work. This guy is an idiot. Like, if you don't have to understand the words he's saying, but the guy's had to put the microphone closer to him, even having to try and help him put the headset on. This is absolutely quality. As I said, I can't speak the Spanish language. We'll see. I'll turn it down because I hope they've got. Chris is saying translate. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe if I look on YouTube, I'll have a look. But you just know he's going to say some hilarious stuff. Whilst I'm doing that, Chris, big up, saying El Clasico Super League exciting. Yeah, I mean, it sounds fun. It really does sound absolutely hilarious. I look forward to it. I really do. But yeah, God knows what he's going to say. I just, by the way, did anyone see the video, video of the guy filming the Spurs protest? I was dying of laughter. Yeah, I saw it. I mean, it is sort of, it was, look, everyone doing their bit is what we want to do and what we want to see. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of one of them that we'll see. Chris saying, I was laughing through the day as teams dropped out. Yep, so was I, Chris. So was I. It was quite funny. It was quite funny. I'm seeing if they got a YouTube. They do have a YouTube channel. This is promising. This is very promising. Now let's see if I can get translate on. I'm just seeing if I can get translator on. Captions. I can. No subtitles available for this video, so no, you can't get subtitles either. So you can't really understand what he's going to be saying. So I'm going to go back to the Twitter I was on. Right, the first one. Maybe we didn't explain the Super League project properly, but maybe tonight I'll explain it better. This guy is an idiot. This guy is a full-blown idiot, right? So, yeah, apparently he's going to explain it a bit better. He's going to... I want you guys to tell me. If you want to jump on, as I said, join the link in the description. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you what you think of this. He's going to explain it better. He's going to explain it better to us, guys. So I'm going to need your help because I may not understand it completely, but he's going to explain it. Am I the president of the Super League in Real Madrid? No, no, no. I'm just the president of Real Madrid. That is enough. So what he said is, am I the president of Super League and Real Madrid? No, no, I'm just the president of Real Madrid. That is enough. Well, he was, I swear he was he like chairman? I can't remember. I thought he was president of Super League. He was definitely the one in charge of it. That's a fact. There were some Spurs fans actually protesting, whilst the others just hanging out. There are people performing a concert. Yeah. As long as it keeps people talking, that's what we need to be doing. Lol, Perez is the furthest from idiot. He is an idiot. He is an idiot. I mean, he is a idiot. There's a fact. That is a fact. He's an idiot. Yeah, I'm sad and disappointed. Of course he's sad and disappointed. This cash cow that were going to be the Super League hasn't got up off the ground. And Real Madrid are doing that. Why are you copying ideas from other channel? I'm not, mate. If you were watching the stream last night, off the top of my own head, I said that I'd be covering this interview for the people that subscribe to my channel. So thank you for your valuable input. I'll bear that in mind. But no, I had my own brain, and you can even check back yesterday's stream. I said that I'd do this. So yeah, have a good night, mate. Maybe stay off YouTube. You seem a little agitated. But get your comments in as well. I want to hear from you whilst we're live. Oh no, not this. Oh no, not this indeed. It's okay. It's okay. He's clearly suffering from a little bit of, I'm guessing, butt hurt. I'm presuming someone upset him today. It's okay. He can be a bit butt hurt. That's not a problem. I don't mind. I don't mind. If he needs a rant, the link is in the chat if you wanna, in the description if you want to come on here. The link to the stream, I don't have that, but it's basically El Laguero in Spain. So if you can speak Spanish, El Laguero, they're the one doing it. The stats are true, though. Football is actually declining. A Super League format is needed, but maybe with a better relegation qualification system. Or maybe with a relegation qualification system might be an idea. But no, I don't think football is declining. I think if you actually think about it, football is progressively getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single year. I mean, the English Premier League is one of the most watched leagues in the world. We don't need no Super League. We already have 6 of them. So half the people that were in this Super League already in the Premier League, mate. So we don't need them. The other countries may need a Super League. And if they all want to get together and have a Super League, that's cool. But you don't need English clubs. England is the biggest country of football. So yeah. Manzi, this is going to be a shit show of an interview. Absolutely. A couple more. Domestic leagues were never under any risk. Okay, then. We just wanted to replace the current UCL because it's old and it doesn't work anymore. Well, UEFA have basically just put in a new form, right? So the new Champions League that we're going to see is exactly what the Super League was. It rewards you for being poor. So if you're a rich, big, one of these elite clubs, super clubs, it rewards you for not doing well because you still get into Champions League. So I don't really understand that comment myself. I presume that the money isn't filtered down to him, is what he's saying. We have been working on the Super League for 3 years to fight the economic situation we're going through. Well, the economic situation we were going through was a year ago, right? Lockdown. Pre-lockdown, everyone was pretty dandy, weren't they? Chelsea just spent £250 million on transfers last summer. People are still buying a lot of players for big money. So I don't really agree with that comment. Velvishwan saying, I can translate what Perez is saying. He is saying, I'm a waste man, waffle, 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 waffle. Super League is waffle, waffle. I have a small Chris Wood, waffle, waffle, waffle. Absolutely. Titan, a low Peter, funny guy. The ratings are lower. Again, in other countries it may be, but over in England it certainly isn't. And we have a lot of fans that go to games. Maybe they're lower in Spain, but unfortunately for Spain, I'm English and I watch the Premier League. I don't tend to watch La Liga. Wouldn't even know where to watch La Liga anymore, but it used to be on Sky. Other leagues can do it, just not in England. Yes, I certainly agree. Wages, transfer, agent fees are getting out of control. That's the real problem. Yeah, that is precisely the real problem. And we should be capping them, right? Wages should be capped, right? Agent fees should be capped. Right, Haaland wants £1 million wages. I'm presuming that's because they thought the Super League was going to happen and someone would be able to spend £1 million on a week for Erling Haaland. Simply not got the money anymore. But do enjoy that, Erling. The economic situation at Real Madrid. The economic situation Real Madrid are in because they spent 220 million on Hazard and Jovic. Yeah, that is true. Oh, Peter, you're back. You copied the Checkered Flag Show and F1 Watch-Alongs channel. Shame on you. Oh, no. So, yes, I copied. Well, no, when you say copied Watch-Alongs, what you mean is I watch Formula One and now I have a YouTube channel. I thought I'd watch Formula One with other people. What a bad man I am. And the Checkered Flag Show, well, ours is better. But do go have a cry and also, yeah. Have a good night. What's popping? Big up to Roman. We're just talking Florentino Perez. The Super League would be from August to the end of the season. It would be money for the big teams and the small teams. When Perez a couple of years ago was asked to donate 5% of of TV rights, right? So he was asked about TV rights. And he said no because we make the money. So, yeah, when we say we're going to give the little clubs money, maybe, be fair. And actually did. But Matt's in the building. We just talked Florentino Perez. Oh, we've got some more now. Oh, we've got a fair few now. One of the 6 Premier League clubs weren't really convinced that the project became contagious to the rest of it. Contagious to the rest of them. No, more like the fans kicked up shit. But yeah. And Big Boris stepped in with his size 12. It's like, I will literally start dropping legislative bombs on this if you. Champions League system is outdated. The tournament only becomes exciting from the quarterfinals. That's why they put in the new reforms, dickhead.
I really don't see the problem with the Champions League, though. I don't see any problem if it wasn't broken.
Neither do I. Neither do I. Every club needs the opportunity to go and take part. If you're the winners of Scotland, you have a right to take part in the Champions League.
You don't just have a God-given right to be the best team in the world. Like, you have to earn it. It's not. It's stupid.
Oh, he's back to world peace. He's back to world peace. Threats, insults. It seemed that we had killed football. Football must be saved. Absolutely must be saved. It's a fact.
There's nothing wrong with football.
Ratings. I will go check this out after the stream, but ratings I don't see that. But cool. Chris is laughing his head off. Peter, go cry about is what Lansley's saying. Correction, Peter. The other channel copied Noah's checkered flag shows and watch along. Yes, they did, Velvishran. Yes, they did. Facts, Velvishran. Mark Noble in the Champions League has really rattled football. Yes, it has. It absolutely has.
Everything was okay until Liverpool started being good. When you think
there is some fact of that. Oh god, he's saying lots. He's saying lots now. The new format dilutes the quality of matches more. Yeah, and so does the Super League, because seeing them every single year of the same teams is going to get boring. I don't know if you've tried watching the same thing twice a year, every year for about 23 years. Yeah. Presuming it gets boring.
EastEnders.
Correct, Velvis Ram. Peter, you're an idiot not to realise that these were Noel shows first. Big up to Winter Surfer. Got to love him. And DG Sav, Winter Surfer, how are you doing? Yeah, but yeah, if you want to join us in the chat, the link is in the description. Basically, Peter you copied the checkered flag show and F1 watch ongs from another channel. Shame on you. Which is cute. I like it. I love the hate. It brings a smile to my face.
There's just been a quote there. He's threatened to make a new one. He said this one might not work, but we'll make a new one after.
Yeah.
Idiot.
A lot of lies were spread that we're ending domestic leagues. The football merit is gone, that we're killing football. None of this is true. The people have spread those lies and have certain privileges that they don't want to lose. A bit like the privilege of not being in Champions League, i.e. Arsenal and Tottenham, and possibly even Liverpool this season. 650 million have been lost between the 12 clubs last season. Boo-hoo. Maybe would you like me to come in and reorganize your finances? I'm willing to sell a lot of your players for it, and tell some people that we're going to be docking their wages. Should we do that?
Nobody can do anything about COVID.
FYI, don't do that. Haha, your channel is garbage. That's why you had to copy ideas. Big up to yourself, Peter. Love it. I'm not going to ban you, because I find you rather entertaining. You're quite funny. The Super League was the way to earn money. Yes, for himself. Of course, I completely agree with that. If this project didn't work, another one will.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, basically he's saying, this one didn't work, but we'll try again. We love to see it. I definitely wouldn't like to...
God loves a trier.
Yes, God does love a trier. And Lanzi saying, go shoot that one up your sock, Peter. All 12 clubs signed a binding contract. Looks like a few lawsuits coming to the English clubs then. I look forward to it.
Take as much money off the Glazers as you want.
There are people with privileges who do not want to lose them, even if it is at the expense of sabotaging the clubs.
What?
Interesting, look there. Yeah, very interesting.
Clubs can be
Sabotaging.
sabotaged by being badly run, and opting to go into Super League is being badly run. That's what.
No idea.
Is
The
it.
Premier League clubs left because UEFA and FIFA started a whole show and there was too much pressure. It wasn't about the fans or Boris Johnson. You sure about that, mate? Are you sure? Because we may have made quite a racket and Boris may have threatened them with a few, shall we say, new laws coming into effect, and the fact that they wouldn't be allowed Premier League. So, yeah, I wouldn't be so sure about that one. The Super League is now in standby. So I presume what that means is we're looking for some clubs if you'd be willing to join. Go speak to Celtic and Rangers. I know they wanted to leave the SPFL a few years ago. They'll probably be up for doing it. FIFA and UEFA did not let us explain anything. They have not been the correct people. Neither have they. They haven't done it correct either.
To be fair,
I feel sorry. Oh, cute. Peter, how has your day been, son? Are you upset? This channel has better quality, better shows. Unlike the other channel, we don't stand for racism. Unlike the other channel, you're sucking off. Big up to yourself, Elvis Run. I make zero comment on this, but big up to yourself, Elvis Run.
Would you really blame Rangers or Celtic for joining? Because what do they actually do? Like, it's literally just, yeah, like they can do what they want. They're not in a proper league. We are. Leave our league alone. That's it.
He's chucking some more comments out. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, AC Milan are still in talks to find solutions. They haven't left. I'm pretty sure they left. The Manchester owners have started a campaign of manipulation that will end the leagues. I will not say which club.
I don't think.
Why do I have a feeling I already know which club it is?
I don't think it's all. I don't think it's us. I think City, because they were the ones that wanted to do it first. They were the last ones in it. I think they're doing.
I think it's you lot. I think it's United.
I don't know.
Those Glazers are dodgy cunts.
Yeah,
they're dodgy bastards.
Yeah, but they were one of the founding members of it, like, or not founding.
Exactly. That's why I feel like they're going to do manipulation. And Peter, your day is over, mate. You've been blocked. That's enough of you. He was boring me. He basically said he was going to fight Velvis Run. So he bored me. So I blocked him. Juventus did not leave. Apparently Juventus haven't left. I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, there's a statement.
I thought they left. I'm pretty sure they left. Oh, he's said another one. Young fans don't watch football. They have other hobbies. Matt, you're quite young. Do you watch football?
Yeah. Football's the other thing I do.
Anyone in the chat under the age of 21, just quickly, a yes or no. Do you watch football or do you have other hobbies? I'm just purely what's the word? Canvassing. I'm just seeing what your thoughts are, because he could be correct.
Football's the main thing for me. Like, it's the thing I look forward to at the end of the week and everything. I don't know why he's saying stuff like that.
I mean, I'm only 25, so I still class myself as young at heart. Yeah. I still watch football. In fact, I have an entire YouTube channel, which is literally about football. But I see I see it.
The most interest are from our age, I think, because when they're older, you start family and stuff. I think the most interest is from our age.
Yeah. Velvis fan, I'm 19 and I watch football. Yeah, I thought so. Landsey saying football, what's that? No idea, mate. I think they kick a ball around the pitch. Don't try and...
When I went to school as well, it's all you talk about in school.
Well, not necessarily in the group chat. I mean, today I did put yours, Sulz, and RJ's faces on pictures of the Queen, but I was a bit bored. A couple more people say this isn't about football merit. But it's wrong. Those 15 clubs earned it on the pitch. They've been winning trophies for the last 20 years. How could you say they haven't earned it? Name me. they've won a Carabao Cup. That's clearly trophies. So what he means is some of them have won trophies. I mean, Tottenham definitely haven't. Arsenal have won a few FA Cups.
Yeah, get Wigan. Get Wigan in the Super League.
This is absolute madness.
Fulham have been to European final.
Yeah, there's on Sky Sports. There's a picture of one man with Joel Glazer and Ollie having to take a selfie. That must have been.
That's for me.
That must have been awkward for Ollie.
Yeah.
UEFA made an offer that surprised me. The president of the foundation should be a right person and talk about it. It looks like we've dropped an atomic bomb. Still on that nuclear. It's a lot of it is about that nuclear.
He thinks he's just brought in. Nobody's allowed in. Nobody's allowed out.
Jesus Christ. Right. We need a new format to produce money.
Money.
Just in case, guys, you weren't aware, this is solely to do with money. Absolutely nothing else. Fuck the rest of it. It's just all about money.
Disney were going to get involved as well. Like, what the fuck?
Probably.
They were.
Well, halftime shows were going to be Aubameyang and Lacazette doing dancing. Always the same 15 teams in the Super League. Well, Real Madrid, Atletico, and Barca are always in the European competitions. The same with the Serie A clubs. When was last time AC Milan were in the Champions League?
They haven't got out of the group stage in about 10 years, isn't it?
Exactly.
And Atletico, they were winning the Europa League about 2 years ago, three.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So again, more
sport.
More bullshit. Do you reckon he understands the offside rule? Because I have doubts.
No. You probably know what colour Real Madrid playing.
Neither does Henry. John Henry, whatever his name is at Liverpool. The new Champions League format in 2024 has no meaning. No one can understand it. But they can, because it's virtually like the Super League, just a bit bigger.
Yeah.
What's not to understand?
I don't really like the rules, but I'd rather just do the way we're doing it now, because it's not broken. I don't see anything.
Yeah. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Exactly. Chris saying, I'm 21. Watch football, my channel mostly about football, very boring, really. And a bit of darts. Chris does a bit of darts as well. Velvishram, actually, Perez is calling me a man because I have been with more women than he's ever been with in his lifetime. Fucking hell, Velvishram. Fucking hell. Here's a genius idea. Don't spend £300 million on a pile of shit and then play victim. Yeah, how much did they pay for Hazard again?
80 was it, or was it 100? They broke the record for him. I remember that.
Yeah, it was something large. It was definitely something large.
Overpriced. Considering what he's done. Well, at the time it wasn't overpriced because he was a really good player. But considering what he's done, Jesus Christ. Have you not heard about the players in Real Madrid as well? They're the reasons he's always injured and shit. Stupid
stuff. I mean, maybe that's their training.
I can understand why he doesn't really understand football, because I don't really see Real Madrid and Barcelona fans like real football fans. They're not really.
There's more. Reality is reality. Look at the TV records and how many people watch big games and how many people watch the other games. We have to be real.
They watch big games because it happened.
Duh, dickhead, because the real fans will watch all the games and then the fake fans will go watch the big games. Huh?
And I don't think
but if you have big games all the time, they just become normal games, which people won't fucking watch, you fucking twat.
Casual fans
to
watch that many games. And well, they don't want to watch that many games. Like so it's stupid.
This guy has no idea what he's doing.
2 seconds, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, Peter, if you're still here typing when we can't see it, listen to this. Niall and I have a good show. Good show idea. You should do Banter the Rivals show. I am so original. Join us for Hot Off the Press this Sunday. Hot Off the Press show on Sunday, where we wrap up all the big news from the week. What a great idea I am. See, I'm so original. And that one, I just thought in the top of my head. So if anyone's using that name, they stole it off me. That's how we do it. I talked to Laporta. Barcelona are still with us. That's because Barcelona have no money. They're also wanting a bit of money. This guy is about as transparent as this guy is very transparent, right? He's just basically said, I talked to Laporta. Barcelona are still with us. That's because they're dickhead. They're also in financial ruins and they also need bailing out. And Spain can't do it anymore. So, of course, they want the big money from JP Morgan.
They need to pay Messi's contract.
Yeah. Oh, and you're telling me that the financial crisis and you're paying Messi £1 million a week.
Exactly.
Do you want to talk about that? Like, if you need to save some money, I can help you save £52 million a year.
Have you
That would be beneficial.
That Simeone earns 20 million a year himself. The manager of a club earns 20 million a year. Like, that's significant for a manager.
That's quite big.
Yeah.
I think Ollie's on like 10? I think he's just, this new contract would be about 10 million, maybe 12.
Maybe
something like that.
But like,
yeah,
20's quite significant, and they're complaining about money.
Yeah. As I said, I'm willing. I have zero idea for I can balance books, that's for sure. I'm not claiming I'm as good as Terry off the football terrace in terms of finances. That man is clearly out of my league. But I'm pretty sure I could come to a club and balance the books for you.
Yeah.
I can help by, telling Messi to go fuck himself. But no, because
GCSE and I can do it.
Yeah, I got a D in it. I got a D in maths. Maths wasn't my strong point.
Yeah,
maths wasn't my strong point. Chris is laughing. Why is it when every time I hear Laporta on my mind, I think they're talking to Aymeric Laporte? I have no idea.
He's the only one.
Something interesting. The contracts are signed and binding. The Premier League clubs can't leave like that. We will not file a lawsuit, but they're serious people and we will find solutions. Yes, mate. The solution is they're not joining your stupid Super League.
Yeah.
That is solution. They've also been given a lot of money by UEFA. We really don't think they want to jump back on that now, do you? I'm not feeling alone in these days. Nobody left me alone. I'm talking to the Juventus 3 times today. I'm not alone. Well, duh, you also have your cuddly teddy bear at night, so of course you're not alone, buddy. Like, I bet you, this guy obviously spoke to the teddy bear for advice, and the teddy bear was like, yeah, do it. Was so stunned to hear these ridiculous plans. He was like, nah, mate, not a good idea.
It's like Mr. Beast.
Yeah. Everyone watching, please do leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. New shows coming every single day. Hot Off the Press show coming on Sunday, basically talking all about the news, what's happened in the news. So make sure you join in, tune in for that as well. That is going to be fun. I think there's some games on Sunday as well. Every president was planning to come out and talk, but in 24 hours they killed us all. So nobody could talk. Nobody could talk. In fact, that's a lie, because we were all begging for you lot to talk on Monday. But where were you? Well, no, Perez. Let's give Perez his dues. This man came in, said that we needed to shorten football matches and all that ungodly shit. Also said young people don't know football. Blah blah blah. We were begging for the English clubs to come out and explain what they were doing. In fact, we were begging. We would really have appreciated it, but they were silent. So
yeah, we needed some.
It's not that. Yeah, it was clarification. We wanted to know the plans. Yeah. So it wasn't that nobody knew what they would do. So that's just complete bullshit. This man speaks so much more bullshit than I can even comprehend.
About the age stuff, like most of the people were around our age that went to the protests as well. Like,
this is true. His next comment, I'm not scared of FIFA or UEFA.
He fucking should be. He should be.
Yeah, because they're taking money out. So he's taking money out of their pockets. So yeah, I'd be very scared. UEFA only fuck racism. UEFA don't deal with racism. Nah, that's way too much for them. Like, nah, mate. UEFA ain't doing no racism stuff. They're not going to look at that. But when you touch them on their money pockets, Jesus Christ, you get the books thrown at you. So there's a difference with UEFA. Racism? No, they won't deal with racism. You taking our money? Yes, we'll take that. We'll deal with that quickly. He's mad. Perez, if you do the bus it challenge and post it on TikTok, then we might return to ESL. Only kidding, mate. Not one wants to see your giant bunda. Oh, I love Velvet Swan. Velvet Swan is absolutely brilliant. So we, out of this, we've identified. And now for the reason this was happening. It's impossible to make silence like Mbappe and Haaland without the Super League.
PSG done it, Dortmund done it. Much smaller clubs than Real Madrid.
Depends, really. It depends on if you want to pay Haaland £1 million.
Yeah.
If you do, you can make it. If you don't, then yeah, no, you can't. But that's ridiculous. I mean, United got Bruno, and he's one of the greatest footballers in the Premier League.
Imagine
Kevin De Bruyne is at City.
Imagine making a new league, just pay a player £1 million a week. That's basically what he's saying he's doing.
But remember, we wanted to do the league so that smaller clubs could get money.
Yeah,
Yes.
He's just an idiot.
Condescending prick.
He's the one you just said.
He hasn't said anything else just yet. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, please do chuck a subscribe onto the channel. Like the video as well.
Did you ever say that he's not allowed to, like, as long as he's president of Real Madrid, they're not allowed him to play Champions League or something?
Just egg his house. Just egg the Bernabeu. That's
what he'll resign. He'll have to resign after this.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. A big up to the guy that unsubscribed. I feel know exactly who it was. What a bad man. But yeah, guys, if there's anyone in the chat that wants to join me and Matt, the link is in the description. If you want to come on and talk Florentino Perez, he's doing a great interview. I
enjoyed these other shows, you should do more of these.
So do I. I think I found a thing. We just need to find things to talk about.
Yeah.
Florentino Perez, if you think the Super League is dead, you're absolutely wrong.
No, we're not.
I mean, as long as the Super League don't have no English clubs, I couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, to be fair, same, because as long as I have my league and sort of Champions League, I'm happy enough.
Because we're all selfish in a way. So
yeah, we are.
If Spain and Italy need this for them, then cool. Have a 6-man Super League. But don't start dragging our clubs into it. Not a bloody chance. We'll set Boris on you.
We wouldn't have cared. Like, if it was just them, we wouldn't even have talked about it. Like it's the English.
What? I might have done one, but I've done one video going, what a bad man. Not just us. There'll be no big signs this summer for any club without the Super League.
Oh yeah, until we get Sancho with.
Fuck. If United get Sancho and someone lands Haaland, I'm screenshotting that comment. I want to
Even I'd consider Declan Rice a huge signing as well.
That's fairly big. If anyone lands Haaland this summer or Sancho, I've got mud on Perez. That's a fact. But guys, get your comments in. Do you think we're going to see any big signings this summer, or do you think that Perez is right? Could only have ever happened with the Super League.
Nobody would have wanted to join the Super League. Like, the players didn't want it, so why would they have wanted to transfer over? He's an idiot. He's gone senile. He's gone senile.
He's gone senile. This is true. He is absolutely gone senile. But guys, if you are new, as I keep saying, I keep reminding you, please subscribe to the channel with notifications on. It really helps me. We're trying to get to 300 by the end of the month, so that would massively help. If money does not flow, there will be no big deals. The value of broadcast rights will decrease, and it will be hard to sell any player.
Hard to sell. If we put Paul Pogba on the market today, he'd be sold in a minute.
Yeah. Who did you? No, you didn't. City bought Diaz. Well, he's not really a big signing. Did anyone move big? Oh yeah, Chelsea when they bought Havertz, Werner, Ziyech, Thiago Silva. Yeah, you're right. Just minuscule signings. They were.
You could argue on that front that that was last season's money because they weren't allowed to make signings, but I guess you could argue that. But like, still, there was big signings this summer.
It's still £250 million.
Yeah. Still,
so if you have that, that's £125 million a year.
Even we spent about 70 million, so like that's not.
Yeah, you bought Tellez, Van der Beek, and you have Sin Jonas. That's quite a lot for you lot.
Yeah. 30 million Ahmed as well. He cost.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we spent a bit.
All 12 clubs should have spoken about this, but we know what happened. Yes, we do. You can't get out of the Super League just like that. So as expected, last night threats are coming out. It's just threatening people. It's cool. It's absolutely cool.
It's just an old.
I hope he does sue them all. I hope he does sue them all. I hope he gets a lot of money for this.
No, I don't hope he gets it. I hope it goes.
Well, no, but
I'd rather give 10 million. I think every team should have to give 10 million to each club in the Premier League that got affected by this.
No. Each club in the Football League.
And that'd be a
so all 92 million clubs, all 92 clubs. It's only 920 million. That's pocket money for Glazers.
Yeah, true. Actually, yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah,
that would help football.
No, it will mean they will never do it ever again.
Yeah, exactly. The club's worth 3 billion, so like.
This man is a condescending prick. Journalists, so it's over. You're not signing Mbappe. That's not what I said. That's for next season. Right now, we're working on this season.
Mbappe signed a contract as soon as it got announced, saying he didn't want to join.
Right.
Basically.
Right. Right. No one can make any more signings for this season, dickhead. The last opportunity was in January. Yeah, so if you sign him this summer, of course it's going to be for next season, you absolute wanker. He hurts my head.
He's got dementia.
My brain. When I hear about Perez, my brain hurts.
Fuck me.
Oh, I'd appreciate it if he could. He just hurts my head. Hurts my poor little brain. He does.
It's actually like it's not. You can't compare him to people like Kim Jong-un and Hitler. I'm not even.
This Kim a lot of people encourage me to move forward. I'm presuming he means his own fans.
Oh God! His fans want
I should have changed the title of the stream to Florentino Perez banter show.
Or a therapy session. Should we invite him on for a therapy session?
Oh, he's absolutely mad. The comments have dried up though, so if you are watching, please put in your comments in. Me and Matt would massively love to see them. Mainly because Perez is hurting our head. Our brains are starting to hurt because
give me a brain tumor listening to him.
Yeah, they've not added it. I don't even know how this interview's been going on for about 40 minutes now.
Is it happening live or is it pre-recorded?
Completely live.
Why the fuck's he doing it at such weird times? Like, why is he not?
Because no one's listening to him, so that he can say some absolutely outrageously shocking stuff and sleep easy at night. Well, I'm sure he sleeps easy anyway.
On his muddy fucking bed as well. He probably wipes his arse with shite. With money. The guy is a right damn idiot.
I mean, idiot is a bit far. Can we not call? Yeah, I swear there's a worse word for him.
I was about to use another word, but I didn't want to offend anyone.
But on this channel,
You never
I mean, but this is very true. The minute I block Steven's account, don't like mention his name anymore because he is an irrelevant person. But
yeah,
he's sending haters to us now. This is so cute.
he's getting reviews
So,
up.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Will this ruin your relationship with PSG? No, we're friends.
Friends with benefits.
I try to even think what friend. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious. It is hilarious. But yeah, now we stop mentioning him. He sends us haters. It's beautiful. I love it. Show me the money. Nah, not yet. The comments have dried up. I tell you, comments have dried up.
It's probably him on a fake account, you know. It's probably him on like a burner account. Probably not even.
Oh yeah, I mean, I do have two of them. I got bored one night. Big up to 94 views on this stream already. So I love it. After a tournament was announced, a lot of people called me to congratulate me and asked me to continue.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Just lying. Oh, what an idiot.
Oh dear me, this guy hurts my head. I keep telling you. But yeah, I'm just glad that this nightmare is over. After tonight, I'm not covering him no more.
No, there's no point. You should still do these late night streams, though, but not about him. He's irrelevant.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about Perez. I need to find what we can even discuss.
Well,
big news stories.
Midnight
Bullshit.
Oh no, it's a police.
midnight. No, because that can be mistaken for midnight vibes that the terrorists do. And I certainly don't want beef with the terrorists. Jesus Christ, they're huge. I know who I can pick fights with.
I reckon we could take them. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. What?
Wow. I suppose we could call it the late night talk show.
The late talk show. I don't know.
We'll come up with something. Let's talk late night. Let's talk show. No, we'll think about that. We'll come up with an idea on what we can call
this
it.
Midnight.
Yes. Or let's talk late night.
Yeah.
Yes, boys.
Right.
There we go. What would we even talk about?
But I don't actually know. It doesn't even need to be football related, does it? It could just be.
It could just be anything. Just random chat. That's what we'll do. We'll do a random. We'll trial it. We'll start it tomorrow night. It's great. You free tomorrow night? Well, here's your idea. So.
Yeah.
So,
I'll be on tomorrow night.
I'll see what other scoundrels I can convince to come on. We'll just have a late night chat show. Right? We'll just chat. That's what we'll do. We'll talk. Another comment here, Alexandra. There's a relatively small chance that a semi-final game of Real Madrid will not be played.
Oh, so Chelsea getting the final.
Okay. So basically, he's really aggravated him. Perez hasn't said something for 5 minutes. Are they even still live? Like, that's what I want to know. I'll be annoyed if they're not even live. Now I will be very annoyed if they're not even live. I'll go onto their YouTube channel. Or no, onto their Twitter. No, they're still live. They're still talking.
Just to themselves.
Yeah, it mustn't be anything interesting if they're not posting anything. I was trying to think if they'd. Oh, here we go. Ramos renewal. Players have made an effort because of COVID-19. That's all I'm saying.
What's that even mean? What?
It's Florentino Perez. You work it out. I don't know. It's Perez. This man is a goon. Yeah, I don't know what I make of that. Maybe has he stopped talking about Super League? Maybe, I don't know.
He's like, oh,
we'll see.
Lost now. Let's move on. That's what he's like. Probably. Fucking. I hope he never gets a job in football again. Like, cause he did single-handedly try and ruin the whole sport.
Yeah. It's interesting though that Chelsea. Well, it's interesting that Ciaran has said that there's a relatively small chance that the semi-final of Real Madrid will not be played. Very interesting. He said that.
Yeah. Chelsea versus PSG then. I'm joking.
Man City not getting to a final, are they?
No.
I mean, to be fair, if Man City don't get to a final anyway, it won't be good for them. By period.
Yeah. Good. I hope they don't.
Oh, he said. Life changes when 2 decades pass and new generations come demanding new things. It is wrong to think that they think like us. Football is a global sport, and to take care of it, we must play more competitive matches.
No.
Right. So we already played the Premier League, the EFL Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, Europa League. I swear Jurgen Klopp's asking for less games, not more.
I don't know why. All the big 6 games in the Premier League this season have all been a bit dull. Most of them have been dull, haven't they? So why would we want to watch that every week? Like,
exactly. I'd rather watch Villa City because at least that's an entertaining game.
Mm-hmm.
None of this bullshit. Like,
I thought I watched
what a strange man.
Man U versus Liverpool, because Man U versus Liverpool, you're pretty much, it's probably going to be a 0-0, but Man U versus Leeds.
We are heading towards 180 million euros loss this season.
Per you? You're worth about 3-4 billion. You're managing the biggest club. Well, not managing. You're fucking president of the biggest club in the world, basically, and you're complaining about money.
Well, I think he's trying to explain why the Super League needs to happen.
No, he's being an idiot, though, because it doesn't need to happen at all. It just ruins it for everybody else. And it's, idiot. No, he's just an idiot.
I've got the name, Late Night Let's Talk.
Yeah, Late Let's Talk. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a bit of alliteration in there and everything.
Yeah, boys. Late Night Let's Talk. I'm loving it. We'll come up with an idea. What can be our first chat? God knows. We'll come up with that. But if you are new, I see some of you popping in and out.
We could do multiple tier lists. Multiple, like not just one. We could do like that shite and stuff like that, just banter.
Maybe.
Yeah, stuff
maybe.
Like that.
We'll find out. We'll find an idea. Ayrton saying Super League is the only way football can evolve. I respect your point of view. I disagree with it massively, but I do respect it because you're in the chat. I hugely respect your opinion. I disagree with you. I do disagree.
Come on this and tell us why it's like that.
Yeah, please, if you are able to, the link is in the description for you to call in. I would really appreciate if you could call in and explain to us why the Super League is the only way football can evolve. I'm interested to know. So if anyone, and that's anyone, if anyone wants to come on, have a chat about this, then look, we're open to. I'm open to listening. That's all. The only way we can ever move forward as a society is if we talk and learn from each other. It's precisely what this would be. So come on, have a chat. Let's have a chat about this.
You prove us wrong. We'll fucking agree with you and go Super League, Pro Super League.
Yeah. I think the Super League is not a project to insult us. We have had to request a precautionary measure precisely to protect ourselves, and the judge said it is legal. Yeah, the judge said that your competition was legal, but the judge can't control what UEFA, a private body, does, and what the Premier League does as a private body when someone breaks their rules.
Yeah.
So yeah, if the Premier League want to kick you out because you've broken their rules, they're more than entitled to by law. But nice.
Did he firstly want to play alongside the Champions League as well, or did he just want it to be a competition to rival the Champions? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was to. I have no idea. I have no idea. I think they were going to do both. I think there's no way UEFA were going to give up on Champions League. No way.
Still 2 games midweek. Christ.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be in the Champions League. That's a fact. The Ramos situation doesn't depend just on him. It also depends on Madrid. Some players are taking pay cuts. We will sell some players. We will do some things. So there's lots of factors. So Perez has just found out what every other club's having to do at the moment, which is make cuts because money is a bit short because of a pandemic. Our goal may have to have cuts. I'm pretty sure we've had to make some people redundant.
Yeah, we've been lucky. We've been lucky. We haven't had to do anything like that yet.
That's because you're Manchester United. I'd be surprised if you did.
Are you not surprised Real Madrid have to? Like, I think he's lying. Like, they're the biggest club in the world.
The Super League is not dead. We will keep going. Ayrton saying people are so passionate about this topic, but the truth is most people, 80%, only watch the best games with the biggest clubs. I disagree with that. Look, if you are free and you want to come on and have a chat, as I said, the link is in the description. Because I just don't see that. I see a lot of teams loving the Leeds City game, for example, where the underdogs were able to beat the big boys. People really like seeing that. So I understand that. Chris saying Perez is a funny clown. Perez is a funny clown. Right? Don't insult funny clowns. Like Perez is a funny guy. He is a funny guy. But the link's in the chat if you do wanna come and have a chat with us. As I said, no abuse. Like we're not going to be abusive, but I will challenge you on your opinion, just as you'll challenge me on mine.
Man said he got 1 million views on their highlights on YouTube. I'm sure a lot more people watched on Sky Sports too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I know Mbappe. I know everybody. I'm friends with everybody.
Nobody likes you.
I can guarantee you he's not friends with Simon Hallett. If you don't know who Simon Hallett is, he's the owner of Plymouth Argyle. But I bet you Florentino Perez isn't friends with him, is he? He can't be friends with anybody. Another fake quote from Perez. How could I not like Ramos to continue? I love everyone. Let's see what happens next year. When I took over Madrid, could not pay its players. We changed the world with the Galactico signings. Now, after COVID-19, things will have to change again. Asking the socials if they agree with the Super League. Should I also ask them what players they want me to sign? So that's a bit mad of him. He's getting a bit mad.
He's angry. He is angry. We've rattled him.
Yeah.
You can't be a joke.
It's okay because Cadiz lost 3-0 to Real Madrid today, so at least they got the win. Benzema had to score a penalty though.
Yeah. Who'd they play?
Gadillo.
I don't.
Some Spanish stuff.
I don't watch.
Neither do I. Neither do I. That is a fact. We've definitely rattled Perez. I'm not tired, even at this age of 74. All my life, I went to bed late and got up early.
What? Okay. We're flexing
it. He's flexing.
No, he did save football for us, to be fair. He got rid of Edward for us. Good guy, Perez.
Yeah. So I was just, and Andrew was asking how long we're going to be live for. About 45 to an hour, I guess. Depends on the interview, really. I mean, as Perez just said, he's not even tired, even at this age. He goes to bed late and wakes up early.
What a guy, captain, leader, legend.
Love it. I'm similar. I go to bed at about 3 a.m. Wake up at about 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, people our age are to watch football in the mornings and everything as well.
Yeah. I mean, for Terry, obviously he gets up really early and does his like morning call-in show. Big up to him though, huge big up to him, because I could never do that. I see he's also got. Do you know what? Do you know? Also big up to him as well, because he has like kids. He does amazing to like. I think he's got 2 kids. Has a huge YouTube channel. Terry Flewers off the Football Terrace. Like, big up to the guy. I don't agree with him on a lot of opinions, but he's a good guy.
Works hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I came on a morning show on here, I'd look awful. I couldn't do a morning show.
Oh, same here. I couldn't do it. We did try doing morning shows, but I when I say morning shows, it was like 11 a.m. There was some days I was missing. There were some days I was missing them shows as well. I remember it was back at a time where Charlie was still coming on. I mean, well, not coming on, but it was in like the comments. And he messaged me in the morning. He was like, "It's not happening at 11, is it?" I woke up at like 12:30. I was like, "Nah, mate." They were good days. They were the good days. The only thing that will change in the UCL for the Super League domestic leagues are untouchable. Well, not really, because if you don't have permission, then you can't really do them. All 12 clubs are still on board. No one left. Right. So the 6 clubs that put literally on their Twitters that we're leaving, and the fact that the Glazers, FSG, Kroenke, well, they've apologized. I mean, this man smokes crack cocaine by the looks of it.
Fucking.
I don't get it. How high is the penalty fee for clubs who want to leave? No comment. We said we would start the Super League because it's urgent. The only thing that and then yeah, there's that one. So what do you make of the fact? What do you make for the fact that the penalty fee could be ridiculously high by the looks of it?
Well, it's good. You might force some of the owners out, and they deserve to be kicked out after this. To be fair, like just because they've left and made a shit. It was an awful apology as well, by the way. Just because they've left and they've been forced out of the Super League, they haven't left on their record. So I hope as high as they can, and they hope they have to sell their clubs.
Chelsea fans, you're not gonna like this. Chelsea fans protest. There were 40 people. I'm gonna go get some pictures of.
It wasn't just Chelsea fans there. It was there was a few.
I'm gonna get some pictures of the Chelsea protest.
Oh,
oh Jesus, Chelsea protest.
I'd say there was at least 1,000 people there, by the looks of it.
Where's the?
There's a live stream for it on YouTube as well.
I'm just downloading some of the pictures. Just so that us English folk know that this man is chatting some spaghetti bolognese.
He just heard about it. He didn't actually see the protest. He just heard about it. It was like, oh yeah, I'm sure there was not many people there.
Yeah, absolutely none of them. I'm just getting some of the images of Z protest. What I was really hoping for is the aerial view, but they don't seem to have that. Oh, that's a good one. That's a very good one. Yeah, he is right. There were very small amounts of people. Barely anyone there. Absolutely nobody was there. I'm just uploading the photos so that everyone can see them, because you know us, we're all about proving idiots wrong. This man being the most stupidest of them all. Oh, I nearly uploaded Sulz Elizabeth II.
Upload that as well.
I've uploaded it. Sulz is gonna kill me if he sees me doing that. Unbelievable. I'll just tell him to listen to a stream. I'll be like, it was Matt's idea. Right. So I've uploaded the pictures. Actually, where's the? Right, there we go. I'll leave that one. Right. So, Florentino Perez says Chelsea fans protest. There are 40 people. Interesting. That looks a lot like more than 40 people.
That's only a small percentage of them as well.
That is a small percentage, because here's the other percentage. Yeah, absolutely nobody. Here's Petr Cech talking to Z people.
Only by 10.
And here's another picture of some more Chelsea protests. But you're right. That's very small. And here's a picture of Sulz Elizabeth II. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me.
It fits so well, dude.
It does. So if you've ever wanted to see what Queen Elizabeth looks like with a beard and an old face, and if you've ever wanted to know what Queen Elizabeth II looks like with Sulz's face and a beard, there we go. Let's get another look at that. Let's get another look at that. Oh, it's unbelievable.
If you've never seen that before, you'd actually think it was real. Like something like
sorry, Lizzie, for doing that to you. Let us know in the comments what you thought about that picture. Some more from Perez. Do you think Real Madrid's partners are idiots? If you told them they would play against greats every Tuesday and Wednesday, would they not prefer that? And Chelsea fans protesting. If you want, I will tell you who took them there. No, I'm pretty sure they took themselves there, but cute.
who took them there?
Yeah, I think he thinks they don't know how to get to Stamford Bridge.
Train line. Fucking hell. Idiot.
Okay, shots being fired to UEFA now. I want an educated UEFA president who does not insult and who does not speak as he did the other day. We are in a democratic Europe. He should set an example. Hey, all he did was call you... Was it an idiot? No, it wasn't that.
It wasn't anything extreme. Like
he was annoyed, rightly, and rightly so. He was annoyed, but
this is like a fucking boxing press conference or something. You think Conor McGregor is going to come out and fucking?
I suppose. It's just a bit mad. It is a bit mad. Is there anything we missed? No, it appears not. Maybe he's getting slower with his old age. We will have Andrew coming on hopefully soon. He said he just finishing up on another stream, and he'll be with us shortly. But what do you make of the interview so far? Any shocks in the system just yet?
Can you really be shocked with Perez? Like, let's be fair. After the past 48 hours.
Who do you think's worse? And this is something for the comments as well. Who do you think is worse? Sepp Blatter? Florentino Perez? Who's worse?
Perez.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Who was the first one? Sorry. Who did you say the first one?
Sepp Blatter.
Who the fuck?
The old president. The old. You're joking. The
I
old
don't know.
president. The old president of FIFA.
I can't remember.
Okay. You, wait till Andrew comes on. We'll talk Sepp Blatter.
I got money thrown at him.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I know who he is, mother. I think I made this mistake there.
You think? Just a little one. Yeah. Sepp Blatter is a bad man. That is a fact. He is shocking. Utterly shocking.
Yeah, I forgot who he was.
It's okay. As the UEFA president said, we're all allowed to make mistakes. Gentlemen, you made big mistake. It's like the president of UEFA is like mafia. It's like, gentlemen, you made big mistake yesterday. Don't make mistake again. No one has paid a fine for leaving Super League because they did not leave yet. But if they do, of course, they will pay a fine, which we love to see because we're in a democratic Europe. And we love to pay Z fines when you do something wrong, i.e., when you allow the Glazers to run your club. Just FYI, that's very wrong. Worst owner in the Premier League whilst we wait for Perez. Who's the worst owner in the Premier League?
Worst owner? Well, I'm going to be biased here. I think our club's the victim all the time. So I will say
big up to Typical Gamer. We're just talking Perez at the moment.
Is that the real?
Oh dear.
He's got like 1 million subscribers. Who is
that?
What?
I'll have a look for you. Some people have been manipulated, and everyone knows who's responsible for that manipulation. Do we? Have I been missing something? Who's in control of this manipulation? I'll look it up. But no. Yeah. I mean, Perez is an idiot.
His dad should use one of these. I've got some props. His dad should use
FYI, I'm pretty sure that might be. No, that's not that one. No, it's not the real one. Just well, they're a real person. It's not the one you're thinking of, though.
Yeah, because the one I was thinking of's got 11 million subscribers. I was like, why is he?
Yeah, it's not. I'm not sure it's that one. That would be mad, to say the least. That would be very, very mad. The person who sent me the Chelsea fans was the same person who made Cadiz write the phrases on their shirts. The people who took the 40 Chelsea fans to Stamford Bridge are the same people who put anti-ESL shirts on Cadiz tonight. Well, no, because again, me and you have a different view on what numbers is, because that is not 40 fans. That is considerable more. And here is a picture of Sulz Elizabeth II.
Perez's dad should have used one of these. Officially sponsored.
Why do you have a condom so accessible?
I've got them in the wall just in case. But,
I used to do that when I was younger. I used to. Then I stopped having casual. Then I stopped having casual sex on the streets.
Not the streets.
Oh. Okay, picking up Zed Hooker from the street. We have. We all have to be kind people. Talk calmly. This is not being done by UEFA president. It's interesting. He's not even using his name. I mean, I can tell you the name of the FIFA. He has a name. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but I know he has a name.
Perez definitely.
Sefon. Is it Saffron?
That sounds
Saffron? Huh?
Sounds familiar, but I don't know I'm really bad.
I've only really thought of him from yesterday. Oh, Sunday. Whenever he's Saffron. Yeah, Saffron, UEFA president. Yeah, Saffron. It's interesting he doesn't even use his name. Maybe he really dislikes this guy. Dread to even think. Wow, okay. Change the Real Madrid squad. We have the best players in the world. Interesting. Our attack is full of children. Oh my god. Perez says our attack is full of children, so we have to do something this summer. I can't imagine Real Madrid without Zidane next season. So yeah, I don't know how much more he's going to talk about the Super League, but we're basically covering the entire interview. That's what we're going to do. But yeah, get your comments in. Andrew is in the building. You just missed Matt. Matt has gone somewhere. Perez said that there was only 40 Chelsea fans.
Yeah, I know. Wow. So really, it shows he's not good at counting if he wants to run a Super League with billions on the line, doesn't it? Really, he wasn't dismissive. He's not been dismissive of anyone in this interview, has he? I want an educated UEFA president today.
Yeah, he's really got it.
Wow.
I just want to confirm: does anyone think this is less than 40 Chelsea fans?
There's more in just that picture alone. There's more than 40 Chelsea fans.
Then you got that one.
Yeah.
Then you got that one.
Yeah.
And then that one.
Yeah.
And here's a picture of Sulz Elizabeth II.
Oh man, you've got to send that picture around, man.
I will.
I can use it as my avatar or something like that. Oh man, that's genius.
Basically, I put Sulz's face onto the Queen's face, and then Matt put it through an age simulator, which is bad. I was on my
stream, so I didn't really get the news today. Is this news about Real Madrid concrete?
Yes.
So can you just tell me what it is? Because I've only got like the brief highlights of it. So.
Saffron said that there's a small possibility that Real Madrid's semi-final won't be played.
So what does that mean? They're out? Does that mean they're kicked out?
Well, being that they're the only Super League club left in the Champions League, it would assume that way.
So Chelsea get a bye, or do they reinstate Liverpool or something?
I think they would give Chelsea a bye. Well,
I mean, I've always said I wanted the easiest route to the finals.
Not even playing in the final, in the semi-final is
the way we
the
played yesterday.
route.
The way we played yesterday, the less games we got this season, the better, because we were out on our feet yesterday. So, but yeah, I've looked at his comments. He's such a nice, charming fellow, is this Perez, isn't he? He's not demeaning or.
What do you make of the fact that there's going to be no big signings this summer without the Super League?
What? What do you mean? No, so when I'm not saying it to you, I was like going, what? Sorry, there's only 3. I know he said the 12 clubs are still in it. They're not. So there's only 3 clubs remaining, right? Isn't it? Milan.
He said that without the Super League, there'll be no big transfers this summer.
No. If you wanted, shall we say this to Perez? You wanted the Super League to bail you out of debt, and that's why you wanted the 6 English clubs in there as well. That's what you wanted. There may not be any transfers for you unless you're spending 400 grand a week on David Alaba, which looks like you are doing. I don't know. I'm very sure David Alaba's probably rethinking now joining Real Madrid, seeing as they might not even be in any competitions next year. But yeah, I don't know where he draws the parallel of not having a Super League and no transfers, because I'm very sorry, there's 3 super clubs who don't need this Super League as much as the rest, and that's PSG, Man City, and Chelsea. And UEFA have basically torn apart FFP. Yeah. so they can spend what they want essentially. So I have no idea where he gets this from. That suddenly, without Real Madrid or Barcelona, there's not going to be any transfers this summer. I don't know where he gets that information from.
He's made some more comments. We have a great defense, a great midfield, and yes, we have to do something in that front line. We have Rodrigo and Sensio. We have many young players. We're very good. Signing young players will have its results. Varane, if players don't want to stay at Madrid, they can leave. And Klopp angry about Valdebres. Valdebres and Kiev had the same result, 3-1.
What?
So basically, the pitch, so the stadium.
Oh yeah.
Valdebebas.
Just call it their training stadium.
their training stadium. Yeah. Klopp's angry about the stadium, and he's basically said the training stadium and Kiev have the same result.
Yeah. Klopp.
He says
standing on that doesn't make it
3-1.
Yeah, exactly. 3-1.
Can we have a minute silence for the Super League, please?
No, I thought it was a round of applause. Are we doing
No, we're gonna.
Or wasn't it 12 random blinks or something like that? Wasn't it just
Oh, I my candle was there.
Hang on.
I can spray air freshener for an hour. For a minute.
Minute silence.
That gets me wet.
Gone too soon. Forever.
Anyone with epilepsy, I'm very sorry.
This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, the Super League.
You've been the one for
me. If we don't sign Mbappe this summer, I don't think any fan will shoot himself in the head. They know we're doing our best. If things don't happen, it's because they're impossible. Well, I'd hope no fan would shoot themselves in the head if you don't sign Mbappe. That's a bit excessive.
I thought you said the transfers weren't happening without the Super League. So why is he talking about transfers to Real Madrid? Because Super League.
Oh, he meant transfers this season.
He got the man. He's got the man challenger.
No. Do you know what? Doesn't he remind you of a really bad Bond villain now? Doesn't he like he's like monologuing too much? He's telling you the plans, and you're just waiting. No, you're just waiting there. The hero's just waiting there just to strike the final blow, essentially.
No, he reminds me of Steve McLaren as England manager. Considerably out of his depth.
Yeah.
Will there be a transfer window revolution this summer? No, of course not.
No.
Right.
Nobody.
Bernabeu will be open for fans surely, but I don't think it will. It will be this season. Well, it's not open for anyone this season. We're putting a roof on it, I believe.
The whole reason he's rambling. Honestly, I don't know what could the board at Real Madrid have him find a motion because he's gone doodally.
Oh, a bit like they did with Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's not competent. Yeah, he's not competent at all. He's rambling.
Modric has renewed his contract.
He's 35. How long has he renewed it for? Until he's 38 or something?
Till
5 years. We renewed Modric a long time ago, but not with Ramos. I don't know why.
What do you mean you don't know why? What do you mean you don't know why? You're in charge of it. What do you mean you don't know why? What do you mean you don't know why? It's not as if you picked up Real Madrid 2 weeks ago and gone, I don't know what's going on. What do you mean you don't know why? You don't know what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is this man going on about? He's just rambling. Just let him continue. But what do you mean? You made the decision not to give Ramos a new contract. What are you talking about? Jesus.
Maybe Ramos isn't taking the pay cut.
I wouldn't. Yeah. He's one of the most winningest He's the captain that's lifted the Real Champions League 4 out of 5 seasons 3 times in a row.
Here's a good question for you though. Who do you think sent the Chelsea fans to the protest? Because apparently it's one person sent them there.
Well, I believe it was the final act of Jose Mourinho. Just to say, do you know what? I'm not having it. I am a proper Chelsea man.
Did you see Lampard was there? Did you see Lampard was there?
Was he?
Yeah.
I mean, was he protesting when they were singing his name? Give me my job back or something.
I'm not joking. Apparently, he was at the protest. There was a picture.
There was rumours about John Terry as well, but I just don't believe it. That's all.
No, Lampard. There's a genuine picture. I saw it this morning. I didn't.
The only reason I don't think John Terry was there because he wouldn't have been in his full kit. So you know what I mean. He's not going to be in there unless he's in his full kit. So
there's no white fish flag there,
yeah. This guy's.
I love it.
This Perez is the interview he's giving right now is one of the most fascinating interviews in football history. This is going to go down as one of the weirdest interviews in football history.
He's talking a little bit about Zinedine Zidane.
Oh,
you always ask him the same thing about continuing. One day he will leave, and if he does, he deserves to leave as a legend. Him or we will decide when it is, but we will not wake up in the morning and have been kicked out.
What?
You know the Prince Andrew interview? It reminds me of
You've just compared Florentino Perez's interview to an interview of a potential paedophile.
Well, no, I know what he's saying. Do you know when Prince Andrew came out and said I don't sweat? It's like answers like that where he's going, I don't know what happened with Ramos. I don't know. It's just it's not as if I run the club and hand out the contract and then talks about Zidane's contract in the next statement. You know what I mean? It's like I just came from this planet.
We did not reach an agreement with Ramos yet. I love him as a son, but I did everything I can for him. The ball is in his court.
As a son?
Wait a minute, you just said you didn't know how he got there. What are you talking about? You just said 10 minutes ago you didn't know how he got there. Now you're saying we spoke to Ramos, it's in his court. Which is it? You can't this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's off his rocker.
This is currently the scenes in Madrid.
I mean, the best one would have been, that video when during the England World Cup. It's in the bar, but they put it's on the big screen when whoever Vardy scores, and they put anything on there now, and it's just you can have Perez now, just like one each statement, just the fans go.
This was the UEFA president this morning when he saw the club.
Oh my god, I love it! I fucking love it!
Boy, I love that clip. You know what about that clip? You can apply it to anything. That clip. That's what's great about that clip. You can apply it to anything. But this guy's off his rocker. I swear he doesn't know what he's doing. Or it's a very I don't know, mate. He contradicts himself in every other sentence that he does. Even now, he's concentrating on Real Madrid.
He's got back to the Super League. I know Barca's members well. 99% of them will choose the Super League over a Champions League.
No.
Well, they probably will, but that's two of you. No one wants to see two El Clasicos a week. No one wants to see an El Clasico every week.
No, it'll be a best of them, an NBA series, best of 7. Like I told you last night, every game every 3 days, 1 month break, then another set best of 7 series.
Wow. This is unconfirmed sources, but this is apparently what the FA was like this morning.
Yes, they got their cash cow back. That's why.
I love them videos. I love them videos.
Do we have songs in the bottom left or something just for him to stay there?
Yeah,
hold on.
Like he's beside you, so you just go look at him like that.
I can sort that out, I guess.
For the Arsenal, for the Arsenal show, you've got to put it near the end where his face will just pop up or something like. Or if someone can make it when it starts, when it starts spinning off in a distance and then slowly moves towards the camera.
Oh,
then,
for the quiz, nah. For the quiz, what I could do is I could and guess this picture and just put Sulz's face up.
Brilliant.
And just in case anyone wants to know what we're talking about, this is Z picture.
Oh man, I seriously want that as my avatar. I seriously want that as my avatar.
I'll send it to you now.
Please,
send it to you after the.
Yeah, I've got to have that. That's brilliant. That's good. Brilliant.
Sulz is gonna murder me.
I might ask Kai if I can put it on the channel instead of the skull we got in the corner. Just have Sulz's face in the corner of the top left, top right.
Actually, 1 minute. I've just thought of an idea. Wait till you see Z idea. Sulz may kill me. Right. That's what I want, and that's what I want. There we go.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yes, that's tears. Yeah. Great. That'd be great. One show.
Not sorry.
That would be great. One show when you have a banter show or something, and everyone, they'll link it. Everyone's got the same avatar, and they just switch their camera off and just leave Souls on there, and everyone's got the same avatar picture of him in that wig.
It's not even him in a wig. It's a picture of the Queen.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, we gotta love it. Keep us entertained through this painful interview with Perez.
Did you say? Did you read the bit we said Bayern Munich and PSG joining the Super League was never guaranteed, even though I wanted them to be included?
Oh.
Really?
Wow. The rumours of Ronaldo coming back to Madrid are just rumours from his entourage, nothing else.
Oh, man.
This man is a strange man. And there's Matt with Sulz's Avery. It's absolutely incredible.
Doesn't Perez remind you of like the sinking ship, but the Titanic, but the band's still playing? Still playing while it's sinking. What everyone all around him is leaving, or everything around him is sinking. He still goes, nope. It will be fine. It'll be fine. There's no holes in this ship. We're not sinking. We're just parked here for a while. Man, unbelievable.
Atletico Madrid board were in a meeting and now in low spirits after all the nonsense that was said. We are trying to do is lift everyone's spirits. So
but a lot of spirits drunk last night in Real Madrid. That's why he didn't have his interview last night. He's probably still drunk now. That's why he's giving all these crazy answers.
How this interview's been going on for an hour and a half.
He likes to talk, doesn't he? He likes to talk. This guy. Did you see the how many people turned up for the Spurs?
Yeah.
I said to someone, even their protests are mediocre. Spurs, you know what I mean? They're going to get like 13 of them, and then you're hearing about all the Arsenal fans apparently going to protest on Friday at the Emirates. Let's see if that's the case or not, because the last time someone tried to organise a protest, it didn't work out too well. Only a few people turned up. So,
well, young Samuel said he's going to be there. So
yeah, I didn't say he's going to be there, but he might be a select few that go there. That's all.
The DVDs and the day we see football with that protest.
Yeah, the DVD of the protest. Yeah, Spurs fights for the soul of football on the new Blu-ray. I know.
The day we see football. The day.
It's a shame Amazon Prime haven't done any football team as a all or nothing series this year. Would have been very good to watch.
Oh, you don't. If you could just reverse time and go, can we just get cameras just on Florentino Perez for the past 72 hours, please? All access. Translations.
I'd want United. I'd like the cameras to be there when Ollie's told, "You're doing what? Are you serious? I'm the first manager that's going to be put in front of the press, and you're announcing this." Oh well, geez, thanks, you dickheads.
Wait, yeah, I would have liked to see what Thomas Tuchel thought, because he was actually the first manager asked any questions about it, wasn't he? Or was it Klopp? I can't remember.
Second,
so, yeah, third. Yeah, I would like to see. I would like to see what Klopp was told.
Did you play? You played Tuesday. Yeah, he was the second manager because Ollie was first one, wasn't he?
I'm going to get questions about what? I'm going to get questions about this, and you want me to what? You don't want me to go into detail of this or how I feel?
I don't have any detail. You're not giving me the detail. Perez saying,
they should put a body cam on Peter Cech yesterday when he came off the bus or outside what's this madman said now?
Perez saying, I always say football is for the fans. They're the ones who give us the rights to broadcast on TV. They are the ones who raise the club and can be the reason for firing anyone. Yes, and we, the fans, said no.
Yeah. And you really you really think about the fans when you talk about your TV rights, don't you? Yeah. That's what you really
I always like Piqué as a player. What I said about Cristiano and Messi can be said about him and Ramos.
No,
it can't. No, it can't. It can't. I'm sorry. No, what? No. It can't. There's so much. They're up there. They're up there, but you don't go best defenders of all time. Oh well, I'll start with Ramos and I'll start with Piqué. You don't do that. What is he talking about?
I'm way the best now, but if you're on tomorrow, I'll be on.
Yeah.
We're gonna start doing a late night show. It's called Late Night Let's Talk.
Late Night Let's Talk.
I've no idea what we're gonna talk about, but we're gonna find something.
Well, the history of football from 2 days ago. European Super
League. I'll speak to you tomorrow, Matt. All right.
Right. See you.
Catch you in a bit, mate. This interview, I don't even know how long can 174-year-old man keep talking for?
Well, apparently he sleeps late and gets up early. Apparently, so he's always.
This is true. He did say that for some apparent reason.
That's probably one of the most sane things he said during the whole interview.
Maybe he's tired. That's why he's saying random shit.
It's bonkers. I've never. Are you really? Is there no one in the backstage or his PR team or press team going, "Get this guy off right now"? There's no. You're telling me there's no Real Madrid directors at all haven't got the balls to stand up and go, "Get him the F off this stage now."
I think that's because he's Big Boss Man and he's sacked all the ones who disobey him.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't want me doing this? You're fired.
Yeah. Find me someone who agrees with me now.
Yeah. He said we did not do anything wrong in order not to be allowed to play the UCL semi-final. But hey, if the Super League is better than the Champions League, why do you want to play the Champions League, buddy? It's a strange one. What have you made of this interview?
It's bonkers. I told you, you've read us several bits of this interview, and then 5 minutes later, he's gone and contradicted himself. The best one's been the Ramos one. I don't know what we could have done with Ramos. I don't know anything about Ramos. 10 minutes later, we've spoken to Ramos. The ball is in his court. You just said 10 minutes ago you didn't know how he got here with Ramos' situation. What are you talking about? You're the president. You've just been re-elected. You've been here for years.
You're Big Boss Man. What are you doing?
You are Real Madrid. You run Real Madrid. You're running them into the ground at the moment, but you still
Oh no, nothing else. Apart from PK and semi-finals.
Right, yeah. You think of PK and Ramos like you think of Messi and Ronaldo. No, you don't. You don't think that. No one. They rate both. Everyone will rate both players, but they don't think of them as the two best ever defenders.
Well, no, because you could even chuck Vidic, Ferdinand, Terry, Ivanovic. Like you could just chuck so many people into this debate.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why you can't. There's no one you can chuck into a debate with Ronaldo or Messi.
Yeah, those two are just out of the world. They're just they're not off this planet.
It's why I also think Haaland's overrated. So I actually think there will be another Haaland.
It could be. It could be. Mbappe's the one. Mbappe's the one. You know, and he's already. You know what? I mean, he's already won a World Cup. Do you know what I mean? That's what Messi and Ronaldo didn't do it.
Imagine if Mason Greenwood scores a winner of a World Cup final.
We may do, but even if he does, he's still not being talked about like Mbappe's being talked about.
Oh, definitely, he will be by me. He absolutely.
I know you. I know you will. I don't know if you've. I don't know. Have you invested in him on the football index thing or something? Is that why you?
No, I just really like him. I really like him as a player. Like I love the fact that he can use both feet and that he can put about 99% of defenders on their backsides.
Yeah,
because they just don't know what he's going to do. I just love the unpredictability with Mason Greenwood. Like I just love how he drives at defenders, wants to take them on, takes a shot. I miss them sort of players because they're very rare.
Yeah.
There's not many players willing to do that. Like I know Dan James tries, but Dan James is Dan James, and man is Sonic. Like he can run, but has got the footballing ability of
Sonic.
El Hadj Diouf.
Wow.
He said in basketball we play the Euro League alongside domestic league. Bayern do the same. It's normal. In football, different or what? In basketball, they don't protest. In Euro League, saved us in basketball.
What?
In basketball, we play the Euro League alongside domestic league. Bayern do the same. It's normal. In football, different or what? In basketball, they don't protest. The Euro League saved us in basketball.
No one cares about the Euro League in basketball, okay? No one even probably knows we got a Euro League in basketball, okay? If you think
I didn't even know teams in Europe played basketball.
That's what I mean. When you think of basketball, you think of the NBA. You think of the States. No one ever thinks about... Can I tell you? No, I didn't even know Bayern Munich. You just told me Bayern Munich have a basketball. Did you say Bayern have a basketball team in that statement? Is that what you said?
Bayern do the same.
Yeah.
It's normal.
I didn't know Bayern Munich had a basketball team. So you informed me of that. He went, in basketball, we play Europe and domestic. In football, not the same. It is the same. You play Europe and domestic. You see what I mean? It's like, I don't know what he's talking about.
It's what the Champions League's for, mate.
Yeah, I don't. But who is? I swear this man. I swear this is this man. He's had a. I don't know if he's had a breakdown or something, and he doesn't even know what he's saying. Because
it would appear so.
This?
And the news. Florentino Perez's interview with El Aguero is over.
Fucking hell.
Oh. That hurts my head.
No, you got to get Sulz. You got to get Sulz to do that next time, so you can just react to what he says.
I mean, that hurt my head.
Well, you know what? It hurt your head for two reasons. You're waiting for all these bloody answers to come through, and then the answers he's giving, they just don't make any sense at all.
So, if you were in charge of let's say you were a PR guy for Florentino Perez, out of 10, how are you rating that interview? I mean, it's not as barbaric as the first interview, that's for sure.
I wouldn't rate it anything because I would have quit halfway through that interview. I can't. Even I can't help this guy with this. That possibly is one of the most bizarre, random, nonsensical, rubbish in terms of interviews ever. Yeah.
Yes.
He's saying stuff that's not true. The 12 aren't there. They've pulled out. They've announced it.
Well, 6 of them.
So yes, 6. Sorry.
8.
Yeah.
8 of them.
So 8 have announced they've pulled out. So the 12 aren't there. Okay. There was more than 40 Chelsea fans there. You know, we've seen the pictures, individual pictures. There's more than 40 fans there. Even if there were only 40 fans there, they're still protesting.
Mm-hmm.
The Ramos thing's strange. The Zidane thing's strange. The PK Ramos comments are strange. The thing about the transfers may not happen about the Super League, but then he's talking about signing Mbappe. It's the whole randomness. And listen, I think he still thinks he's a Teflon Don, that nothing's going to stick. And if these rumors about what UEFA, not rumors, but what UEFA have said tonight go into fruition, then I think that may be the point where he starts to feel reality. If they say to him, "You, Real Madrid, are booted out of the European Cup," then that may start to hit home. I don't know if it will, but it'll be fascinating. So is this still from the meeting on Friday that's still got to go ahead, or is that?
Yeah, I presume there's a meeting.
They're currently very close because the ties are next week. The schedule for next week, the ties. You would have thought they would have, at the earliest, maybe tomorrow, they would even make a decision.
Well, I presume they're trying to give them enough time to change their mind.
Well, you would have thought if they haven't done anything by tomorrow, then Friday they announce whatever, whether Chelsea go through or.
God knows.
Wouldn't the right thing to be to, and even as a Chelsea fan, the right thing to be would be you put PSG through and you let Man City and Chelsea bat out to face PSG, essentially. But
nah, because the draw's been done, hasn't it?
But then who do you then boot up? Do you put Porto back in to face Chelsea again? Because those two games are great. Do you put Liverpool in? Because then you're rewarding Liverpool again. Do you put Dortmund in? You know, do you put Bayern in? Because Bayern didn't sign up for this thing. Bayern's probably got the best case out of anyone because they didn't sign up for the thing. But then they went on that side of the draw. They got knocked out by PSG. So is that fair?
I'll just give Chelsea a bye.
Which is mad. You think about the start of the week. And then you're essentially rewarding Chelsea a place in the final of the Champions League.
You're rewarding. Well, I suppose he would be rewarding Chelsea for coming to their senses.
You mean for accepting whatever? No, this isn't. Yeah. This is alleged, but accepting whatever bonuses or whatever to come back to UEFA. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be astonishing. I still think somehow they'll. I know what UEFA said, he's enemy number one, but they like to, with the finances, they do like to have the names in it, and the name of Real Madrid, 13 times winners. Yeah.
It's what you do.
I'm glad it's not my decision.
I wouldn't like to be UEFA right now. That's for sure.
What do they do? Do they, after all their posturing and blustering in the comments, for them to then
they have to kick him out
because Real Madrid he's tripled down. He's not even doubled down. He's tripling down now. He's not come to terms that it's over or suspended or delayed.
They have to kick him out because if not, UEFA look weak.
But we've seen this, haven't we? Now we've seen them when they've been given a chance to look strong, and how many times have they then made themselves?
I suppose they're the only ones right now that look strong.
Essentially that they haven't lost anything.
Well, no, they managed to quell the English teams, allegedly giving them the money.
Yeah.
Because
No, it was all the fans who protested. You know, the Chelsea fans affected, Man City, Man United, and the Milan clubs as well. Remember, they affected them and Juventus as well. So you know, they affected.
Well, I think the minute the English teams pulled out, that's when both Milans were like.
Yeah, because they're the big draw. They're the big financial draw.
I think that's when the Milan one was. Like,
They went,
okay,
shit.
Yeah, we'll jump as we'll go as well.
Yeah,
it's very much like a Titanic. It was a sinking ship, and it was who's got who's got lifeboats, and all the English clubs had lifeboats, as did both Milan clubs. It appears Real Madrid left theirs in the supermarket.
But didn't we say it's Sunday though? We said we said it on your stream, didn't we? We said it's a game of financial chicken. Two blinks first, essentially. And
that's what I was. That's what I said. I said basically this was a game of chicken. Whoever blinks first. And it was the English clubs that blinked. I do feel that Boris had a very strong impact in this as well.
I think it was the threat of the visas and everything like that, and the work permits.
Yeah. How many legislative bombs would you like me to drop?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, you've heard the term of red tape. Now we'll show you what red tape truly means.
Yeah, you've heard of red tape. Brilliant. Here's what red tape looks like. But I can just imagine he was like, "So guys, thank you for joining me on this meeting. I just want to make aware. Does everyone know what red tape looks like? Excellent. Yeah. If you'd like to open up your emails now, I've showed exactly what red tape looks for you all. I see you all want to leave now. Excellent." Boris is like, I as I say, I don't praise Boris often. In fact, I try never to praise him because it's Bojo. But he did a good job. He did a very good job.
He was ringing it. He's going, yes. I'm not going to be the villain. I'm not going to be a villain for the next couple of weeks.
He can look like a hero. He's even had people like myself who's dead against Boris, even praising him, which is so unlike me and weird, and just mad. Weird. But I mean, this is over now. I mean, I'm looking at the ratings and 723 yesterday, 140 today. I can definitely see people are like, nope, we're done with this now, which I do believe. Phoenix saying, do you think the clubs have lied about leaving as Perez has announced no one has left yet? No. What I believe is that they've all put their letters in because apparently they've signed binding contracts. So of course you can't just rip up a contract. Yeah. What these clubs would have done is they would have started these motions to leave. They are going to go to court. That's not a doubt about that. They'll go to court. Yeah. But no, I still believe all the English clubs have left.
Yeah. They're gone. Because you're also looking at Premier League need to get permission from Premier League to leave. That's one lawsuit. They'll get sued by the FA, be another lawsuit, sued by TV companies, another lawsuit, sued by the government. I mean, you look at the legal fees piling up. I mean, they're probably breathing a sigh of relief. They've only lost 8 million each.
8 million?
Yeah. Apparently it's 8 million or something they've lost to get out of this, something like that each. Or something.
Oh, is that it?
I think so. I read something about it. Yeah, I need to read it fully. So I saw 8 million for something that it's cost them or something like that.
Wow. If it's only 8 million, that is not as scary as any.
You think about all the legal, just not only the legal fees, but the ramifications. They lost all these legal cases as well financially. 8 million is a drop in the ocean. It's like, we can make that 8 million next week. That's why we're done. We don't need this.
Yeah, 100%. We've got DJ Sav. Obviously,
big up, guys. Big up, guys. How you guys doing?
Good,
yeah, not too bad. We've just listened to Perez's interview, or read it, shall I say?
Man.
This guy, we're thinking he has like dementia or something along them lines.
He's done something.
I haven't obviously spoken to you, but what's your opinion on just everything?
You know what? It's been a crazy 48 hours, hasn't it? Or say about 72. Calm before the storm, as they say now. Yeah, I'm just happy. It's literally almost all over now. I was actually very happy. Also big up to the fans that actually went to the ground and done their protest. By the way, big up to them all. They've done a great job.
Only,
just showed...
according to Perez, there was only 40 of you. 40.
Well,
40, yeah.
Well, still, it looked like there was more than that, didn't it? If we watched it, if everyone watched it, it was more than that. But yeah, I'm just very happy about it, mate. I'm just glad we're away from it now. I know he was trying to. I didn't get a chance to watch all of the interviews. I was going to catch up with you guys and find out what else did he actually come out and say, because I know there was a lot of talk about. I think he was talking about Mbappe as well. There was talks about other things as well. I didn't get a chance to cover it all, so I don't know if you guys can.
Honestly, mate, if you read the whole interview, you're going to see so many contradictions with this guy. It's unbelievable.
Oh man,
he contradicts himself in nearly in every statement. I think apparently, what now I was reading, there's not going to be that, or there might not be any transfers this summer without the Super League. I don't know how he works that one out. Then minutes later, he's talking about, Real Madrid could sign Mbappe this summer. They could sign him next summer. And he's talking about Ramos's contract. I don't know how he got there in this situation. 10 minutes later, he goes, we spoke to Ramos. The ball's in his court. So it doesn't make any sense. He then talks about Ramos and Piqué as defenders being on the same level as you think about Messi and Ronaldo. And then he talks about we have basketball, we play European competition, domestic, and we don't do that in football or something like that. And then Niall informed me, which I never knew about, that Bayern Munich have a basketball team, which I never knew about in the first place. It's just bonkers. Sulz, man, you got to tell me how you're feeling after watching that interview or reading that interview, because isn't that the most bonkers interview you've ever seen? I mean, the man's a talking contradiction, right?
I was tweeting one thing and I'm like, wait a minute, didn't he just say the opposite to this?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, he's now contradicted that as well. Then he goes, oh wait, signing Mbappe, that won't happen. And then he comes out and says Mbappe will happen next season. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't you just say because the Super League isn't happening, we're not going to have money? So then how all of a sudden in a year's time are you making this money?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he's mind-boggling. You know what? Yeah, this was the hardest thing I've done in the past few days is covering this. It has been the hardest thing. Yeah, not because of the constant quotes you got to keep up with, and you got to find the translation for and find a dubbed version of these interviews and stuff. But just trying to keep up with it all and just making sure it's all reliable and you're translating it right. It's been a madness, man. And if you go on my timeline, that's all you'll see is every single... And you'll see like one tweet and then you're like, this guy's chatting. I bet you people are thinking I'm chatting shit. I'm not. These are genuine quotes from Perez that I've put up on my timeline. I know they look contradicting, but that's just how we did it.
We were covering it live as you know, and some of the shit he was saying, like, 1 minute there's no transfers, next minute you get an Mbappe. There's no transfers this season. Well, of course, not, dickhead. Transfer window shut in January. There'll be no transfers this season, but not maybe next season there will be. Like, this man is a complete and utter mental asylum, man. Like, he hurts my head.
I tell you what.
Biggest information for me, Sulz, was that Bayern Munich have got a basketball team. I didn't even know that. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even know that.
Do you know what the funny thing is, right? So about the basketball thing. He was like, so the Euros version of I don't watch basketball, so I have no idea what he's on about. He was talking about like the Euros competition, but I'm like, but that's what the Champions League is, because I know about like Barcelona and Real Madrid, they have their domestic league, and then they have the Champions League version. Of the basketball tournament. And I'm like, well, you literally just mentioned what the Champions League is, and you said the Champions League has saved your basketball team, but we need the Super League to save this team, but not the Champions League equivalent of football. I'm like, do you know how many this guy must be doing mental gymnastics in his head. I don't know what he's doing.
I mean, I'm wondering how Alaba's going to feel going down there. If it's true that he's going. Can you imagine? If they're so much in debt as they say they are, I mean, how the hell are they even affording Alaba? Do you know what I mean? I mean, he started this whole Super League thing to really help them out. Let's be honest. Yeah. Let's be honest. It was more about Real Madrid more than anything else in all this. Yeah. But how is Alaba going to even go down there now? I'm thinking to myself, listen to all this. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, the thing about Real Madrid is they've always had the Spanish government to bail them out or buy one of their properties and loan it back. In the early 2000s, they're in debt, but the Spanish government bought their training ground for about, I can't remember that, it was hundreds of millions of euros or whatever it was, and then they loaned it back to them. So, but the Spanish government can't do that this time. They can't bail them out, and it's like
they've got no money themselves.
Yeah, and it's like this guy. I'm telling you right now, I would be checking him if I was close to him because it sounds like he's had a breakdown.
Russ saying, did you see Perez apparently said something about only 40 fans?
Just to reiterate. Yeah, just to reiterate.
He did say that.
So he said it the first time he said it. He said only 40 people turned up, and I'll tell you who, and then I won't tell you about who made them turn up. Then he said it again, and then mentioned it was the people who printed the Cadiz shirts. And then so he said it about at least 3 times, and I'm like, who's telling you this information? Because when I watched it, I'm sure
it's okay.
40 people.
We've got evidence of just the 40 fans there. This is picture number 1. That's picture number 2. That's picture number 3. That's picture number 4. That's Sulz Elizabeth II. Just for Sulz, we also have got Sulz Elizabeth II as a logo.
Oh, that is creepy.
No, but Sulz, someone, I think, was it Matt or something that apparently, Spurs protest today, the 13 that turned up, they're going to put that in that season-ending DVD that they do. So, that'll be on there as one of the
Did you see it? There was a guy with a guitar and singing.
Yes, there was.
I was like, do you know the one time we were behind Spurs today, we were like, yes, Spurs, come on, lads, we want you to really do. They ball it. Why do they keep balling it?
There's a baker's dozen. There was a baker's dozen. There was 13 of them. They were all holding that big sign on Sky Sports News. But they were all Get Out Enoch. They were all there. It was just them. Yeah. It was just the 13 of them that showed up outside.
And also, I don't know if you guys also saw the other thing. I don't know. There was one part this guy was taking it, and there was this guy. I think he bought some Tottenham merchandise. And he's actually asking him. He goes, "We're doing a thing here. You're buying Tottenham merchandise."
He did.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
One thing you can't bottle. They bottled. It's like I can understand bottling trophies and all that. Yeah. How do you bottle a protest?
Some comments here. Big up now, DJ Sulz, Andrew. How are we doing this fine night? And people in the chat.
Big up, Daniel. Big up, Daniel.
Yeah, we're calming down after an explosive interview from Perez. There were hundreds. I linked the live stream in the chat. Did you guys see it? I didn't, because I was following it on an English translated YouTube Twitter page, so I didn't see it.
Is he talking about the protest? I don't think he's talking.
I think he's talking about the protest. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Or he's thinking, or he's on about linking the protest into the video stream, into the live stream there. Oh, God knows. I actually felt sorry for them. That wasn't a protest. That was a normal day outside the stadium.
Oh
man, seriously.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I do credit what Chelsea did, because that takes courage. Standing in front of the team bus, making sure like they did the protest the right way, no violence, no nothing. Just and this is the thing, right? I hope to God, right, tomorrow when Arsenal have theirs, Saturday when United have theirs, they can have similar impacts, because the problem is...
Yours is on Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Friday,
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Technically,
no, Sulz, don't do this shit to me. It's not tomorrow. It's not Thursday until my head has been on that pillow and I've slept. Then it's tomorrow. No. So currently, it's still Wednesday night for anyone that wasn't aware.
United is Saturday, isn't it?
Now I was trying to get to I think like 30 hours before Friday on all the streams.
I'm thinking this is a good way to get watch hours, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
I mean, we gained 50 watch hours just for yesterday's stream, and that popped off in the last hour.
That's good.
People are slow. I've checked the views, and people are getting bored of this now, so we're switching it up. Sulz, we're doing a new show. It's called Late Night Let's Talk. Matt's idea. Basically, it's just where me and a bunch of people just get onto a stream late at night, chat. God knows what. I've no idea what we're going to be talking about.
Isn't that just a daily banter show?
Basically, yeah.
Just doing a daily
I'll try and find an interesting topic. We'll probably go for the life of the Super League.
Not existing.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, what intrigues me, because I've been like trying to read up and trying to speak to people that I know within sort of the TV industry as well. It's quite mind-boggling that they've been saying, obviously, this has officially been going on for 3 years in terms of these owners, obviously. Obviously, the concept and the idea has been going on for 20 years. But with these set of owners and these set of people who have regulated, well, not even regulated, but tried to push this forward, it's been 3 years in the process. And I'm thinking about it. I go, COVID's only been around for 2 years. So where was the financial impact 3 years ago when they first bought this out? So it's all bullshit.
3 years to bring about, 3 days to end it.
Well, not even 3 days. 3 days is being nice as well.
It's been 3 days.
He's in a false state of reality. Like someone genuinely, some psychiatric needs to tell him you're losing your put, because he's like, oh no, it can still happen. Oh no, we've only just suspended. No, it's not. Do you think the fans in just because you want to launch it in 4 years' time are still not going to have this reaction?
But Sulz, if we're hearing what UEFA said, will reality hit him? If they go on Friday and they say, you're not in the semi-final, Chelsea get a bite to the final. Do you know what I mean? It will then reality go, will then some of the other directors on the Real Madrid board come together and go, that's it. I'm sorry. We have a vote of no confidence in you, which they should have already done already. But and then force him out, and then force other elections for the Real Madrid. Is that the time when reality hits?
But the problem is, right, so if we look at kind of what the socios of or the socios in Spain are saying in regards to the Madrid side, they're quite in favor of this idea. So I don't know, I don't know how much of it, because the recent vote of no confidence was in Barcelona. It's happened at least 2 to 3 times before Laporta was able to kind of have this re-election. And this is the problem. Spanish fans are strange because it's not the core. It's weird how socios work, because you've got to be a member for a certain amount of time. And even though we think that makes you a true fan, like we are, like, you know, we're passionate. We want it to be right for football as well as ourselves. It's not just a selfish need. But in Spanish football, they sort of propaganded that the world's against them. They've got this victims mentality. Like Perez clearly obviously shown it today, but that's what the fans believe as well, with this billion euro debt and all of this, and they're thinking, oh, no one's looking for us, no one's looking out for us, you know, we're Barcelona, Madrid, why aren't they helping us? And that's what's been pumped into their heads, and that's why the fans want this Super League to happen. But obviously the sensible fans don't, because they know the impact this is going to have. And then, but you know, the other funny thing is, right? So he said in his conference, he said, well, today and previously, he goes, this wasn't ever meant to rival the domestic leagues, but to rival the Champions League. But then contradicts himself to say that, you know, well, we haven't spoken to the domestic leagues and they haven't agreed to anything. So I'm like, so how do you know they wanted this? Like, you can't say one thing and then completely contradict yourself and say a whole new thing when you haven't even spoken to them. And
but he did contradict himself several times in his interview.
Do you know what? And then he goes, "Oh, they didn't give us a chance to explain ourselves." I'm like, well, if you explained it the first time and you did it properly, you wouldn't need to be given 10, 50 chances to, explain yourself.
Well, that's the thing, and I said this on the live stream earlier. I said about we were begging for the chief executives, the owners of English football, to come out and explain what they were doing, explain why this was a benefit. But there was silence on all of them. Not one of them came out and spoke. So that is complete bullshit. No one silenced you. We were asking for it. Sky Sports kept saying, we want to speak to these people. Yeah. We want to know why it's going on. Yeah. Even if you didn't want to talk to a corporate, go onto YouTube. I'm sure millions of us would have happily interviewed you on our platforms to ask you what the fuck you were thinking. I know for a fact that you'd be more than welcome on here for me to grill the shit out of you, because I really didn't understand what you were doing. Daniel was saying 2017 all the American owners had meetings to talk about Super League. Florentino Perez wasn't there. The problem is if UEFA kick Real out, then Chelsea go through, who also signed up to this.
Yes, but Chelsea have come back into the welcoming.
Chelsea never liked the idea. I'm a Chelsea fan and would love for us to annihilate Real and shit on Perez. I think obviously Chelsea came to their senses, haven't they?
Yeah, but the problem is now it's not as if they signed up for it. So it's not as if you can go to Man City and Chelsea go, oh man, thank you guys for leading the fight against this European Super League. No, you signed up for it.
Do you know the only ones who you can credit is Bayern Munich and PSG?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're the only ones who supposedly got an invitation but rejected it. That's who you can credit, not people who accepted the invitation and then decided, oh, wait a minute, backlash. Oh yeah, we'll leave.
Sulz, I'll put my very horrible cynical hat on. When Bayern Munich and PSG rejected it, do you think they went to UEFA and said, this is happening? Or before they rejected it, they'd go, this is what's happening, this is what they're offering us. Have you got somebody to offer us here so we can stay with you?
Actually, no, you're right, because they announced today. I'm never going to find this tweet now, but basically the Khalifi, the PSG president, he was offered a board in the Europe. I think it's UEFA's European board.
Yeah, he took it.
And he's accepted. And then Karl-Heinz, who's the president or owner of the 49% owner of Bayern Munich, he's come and accepted the ECA board. And I think the problem is, right, when Perez then turns around and says, we're all friends, I'm now starting to think of this in a different way, because if they become board members of UEFA and the European Commission's authority, will they then turn around in a few years' time and have complete power in all board members and regulators to bring the Super League under the UEFA name?
Yeah, that's what it is. This is a whole...
No, so
this might be a whole long con. You know what I mean? It might be a long con.
The ECA was originally, that had someone, I think Woodward was on it. They had someone in control of it. I think it was UEFA, the Juventus president. The Juventus president was the one who ran it. But obviously he left, so he had to replace him, and I presume that's what they've done with Bayern.
He's now. But that's the thing. Like there are things that don't really look right.
I don't think they are all friends. I don't think they are.
No, this is what I'm saying. I don't think that either. But what is I'm guessing they kind of had because obviously like the PSG owner is going to want to have some forms of control within UEFA. And Bayern Munich being the club they are, they were going to want to have some European control. And I think this is what they knew beforehand, that they could swindle their way back into this. I don't think this is for the Super League. I'm not saying that it's directly, but there could be an element that they needed powerful names within UEFA, but who knows? Like time will tell. But I don't think this will ever go through though.
They already had them in terms of the Juventus president. He was already a very influential character within Europe. I just think this is an idea that 12 idiots had, and it's fallen flat on their faces. I don't think they were expecting the public outrage. I really don't think they expected everyone to lose their shit over
No,
it.
that's what you get. You got the report of Daniel Levy, even Roman Abramovich. He's furious, not with the fact that it didn't go ahead, the fact that that they didn't expect the outcry, the reaction to this, which is very strange because Abramovich about a month ago was in Forbes magazine talking about legacy and about everything, and now he's like really worried about his legacy after this. So he's going to be doing some major PR over the next coming weeks or so, and months or so, to try and put that intact. I
think he will be okay, but he's going to need
Man City and Chelsea owners will be fine.
Do you know, it'll be for different reasons than to pull out of the Super League, because they've shown ambition and they've shown care at least. Even if it's an ounce of it, because Roman tries his best, even with all this, the government trying to keep him out of England, he still somehow makes his way to games.
Look what he's done for the NHS. Look what he's done for the NHS.
Like Sheikh Mansour and like all of the board members of City still come to games. Whether it's every game or whether it's like 1 a month or something,
they
still
make an appearance.
Make appearances. You look at the Glazers, you look at the Cronkies, you look at FSE, you never see them. So it's like what they don't. Firstly, they've never had a legacy with the fans. For them to kind of spin this off isn't going to work anymore. Because what are they going to do? Sack Arteta? But to be fair, that's probably what they'll do. And a lot of the fans will be like, "Oh, look at that! They're showing ambition again." Because it's I've said this and I'll say it again. When a lot of people are no longer football fans, but they're fans of their agendas.
Yeah.
Whatever, if their agendas are suited, that's what they want. They don't care about, and this is the problem. Like we need to start looking at the bigger pictures now. Yeah. These American owners for far too long have come in and they've stamped their sort of identity on football, which was what we never wanted. Come in, know what football. Half of them don't even know the simple rules that 2-year-olds know, like the offside rule. Sky Sports, reported the guy reported a story about one of the directors didn't even know what his own team shirt was.
Yeah,
that's got to be it's got to be FSG, I think.
Yeah,
but still,
it was FSG.
They've never understood the term relegation. They've never understood in football that you have to pay a transfer fee before you offer the player a contract. Oh, sorry, as well as offering the player the contract, because they're used to swapping contracts. They're not there's no transfer fees on there. There's contracts. So they don't see the business side of that, or spending like 70 million on Van Dijk and then offering him 150 grand a week contract. It doesn't compute for them. There's no business model where they're about all right with that.
The reason why it works in America is because the infrastructure behind it has all been built for it.
Yes.
So they have high school football, college football, even university level football. And all of this is then put into that's what their sort of academies are. And then from their academies, because there's no affiliations to clubs, like for example, United won't have an academy, let's say, and they'll then have to come into this proceeding of we need to now draft our youth players. We don't have that. We've never had that. We have grassroots football, all to do with transfers and promoting players up. So if they ever wanted the Super League to work, or the concept of the Super League to work, they needed to basically remodel the entire structure of football. This is why I was always against it, because for it to work, they'll need to rip out This is the problem. Too much football would have been lost. Grassroots football, it wouldn't exist because it can't exist. That's the problem. Clubs like, even Argyle, for example, can't exist if this model was to be implemented. They need to then bring it in where all these teams would then become high school teams, basically. All these high schools that we went to and schools that we go to would then become the so-called academies. And then once you're the top player, you then get drafted into these teams. That's what they're trying to do to football. And that's the bigger, even when the bigger picture came out, this is what they're trying to do, and this is why you need it to stop. And when what I want to hear, and the only reason why I'm against these owners is because it's not been dissolved; it's been suspended.
Yeah, so it's just on the back burner. It's like big picture. It's like the 39th game. It's all on the. We're going to come back to it.
Well, I think that's why
I think five
fans
will get this again.
I think this is why these fans of these big clubs need to actually do what they say they're going to do.
Do you know, I want to make a point on that. It's not about the fans of the clubs. Football fans need to unite.
It is.
I think all football fans need to unite.
For example, if you want the Glazers out, or the Quonkays out, or FSG out, hit them where it hurts.
Yeah.
Don't renew your season ticket.
Yeah.
Don't go to Anfield or Old Trafford or the Emirates. Make these teams play in front of empty seats and the away end fans. That's it. Do not buy merchandise. If you really want these owners gone, don't give them what they want.
Yeah.
Your money.
Yeah.
They want you to line their pockets. They don't give a damn about you.
Yeah.
They want your money. So don't go to the Emirates. Don't go to Old Trafford. Don't go to Anfield. Don't buy shirts. Don't renew your tickets. Don't buy a single dime. If you want to watch the games, watch it on Sky, right? Or BT, wherever. Watch the highlights package. I don't care. Listen to it on Radio 5 Live. I don't care. If you really are serious about getting rid of these cancers of your club, because these are diseases. These are pure diseases of your clubs. The only way they listen, this has been proved over the last couple of days, is by their pockets. UEFA were hit in their pocket. They then sorted this, right?
Yeah.
If you do the same, your owners will go. It's a fact. Because if the club is losing money because they haven't got fans coming in, or because shirt sales are plummeted, and the stocks are going down and the shares are going down, all of this is happening, they're going to have to be like, we're out, we'll sell, because they can't make any more money out of you. But by continuing to go to Old Trafford, by continuing to buy merchandise, you're feeding them. It's like a disease. Do not feed it. That's how you get rid of it.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Like, because if we think about how much money they've lost in during the pandemic, it's over millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of pounds. The only thing that's currently saving them in terms of TV deals and brand deals is the fact that people know it's because of a pandemic rather than an agenda against the owners or the club. It's like if we look at the Wenger situation, how did he get out? Not because of all the banners, not because of all the hounding. It was the empty stadiums. They were starting to go from about 60,000 capacity all the way down to maybe 10,000 people turning up. That looked bad on TV. There were empty stadiums, as if it was a pandemic. People weren't turning up. It was empty, no atmosphere. No one was turning up. Everyone protested, and that's how you get them out. The problem is, right, with clubs that we're talking about in terms of Liverpool, United, and Arsenal, their fan bases are too big. Like, let's say, for example, the season ticket holders don't go. Someone else will take those seats, and that's the problem. Even on Twitter, like, if I'm looking at just the Arsenal fan base, because that's who I mainly follow. Obviously, I do follow other teams as well, but not like the random accounts. But there are some random Arsenal accounts that just pop up for me. And even just looking at the responses from them, it's very 50-50. Some people are like, oh yeah, we're not asked about the owners. They can stay if they want. And then obviously there's fans like myself who are like, no, not a chance. I've been saying this for the whole season. I've said the reason I can't be getting at Arteta is because I don't like these owners. Niall knows this better than anyone. Like, even before this happened, I don't want these owners. I don't like the board. I don't like these owners. I don't think they have what's best interest for. They wouldn't be signing the likes of Arteta. They wouldn't, sign a player because we started protesting. We care, do you? They went and then the very next day signed Pepe. Like, that should not be happening. We should not be having to tell you we need someone. You should know this. As an owner, you should be knowing this. And then what they've done, all right, so firstly, they've neglected the club. That's like, all right, we can put that to a side. What they've now done is gone and betrayed every single fan, not of that club, but of football, by turning around and saying to you, fuck yous, we don't care. We don't want you to vote. We don't want to know what you want to hear. Because they came out and said, oh, sorry, we made a mistake. Do you know what you could have done? You could have asked us. If we said yes and then complained, fair play to you. But if you had asked us first and we said no, and then you didn't go ahead, then yeah, the problem solved. But you don't learn.
Aaron's saying I would rate it if everyone had these big clubs to do this 50+1 rule like Bayern do, so fans have a voice in everything. Right. We've discussed this many a times, and I'm
Prince. Oh, what's the bold one? Prince Williams, is it? The bold one.
Yeah, Prince William.
Yeah. He's come out and said because he's part of the FA, he's going to try and make this happen.
Mm-hmm. It should. And the FA can force this through without a shadow of a doubt.
And also the government today, apparently there's murmurs in the government of a Ofcom an Ofcom type regulator coming into football. So to stop monopolies and so they are trying to do what they can. Obviously, it's going to take a while because regulations can't just happen overnight. Especially with this, because this isn't a life or death situation. It's in the respective of governments, it is football. Like they can't. It's not like COVID where they can pass it through overnight.
The way they've got onto it straight away, the way they're fighting, the way they're actually trying to handle this quickly, says a lot to me that they want to deal with this and they're going to deal with it. And I don't normally say that about a Conservative government. He also goes on to say, hey, what's going on in this British Super League that might happen? That is even more absurd. Like, that's even more absurd.
It's called the Premier League, the British Super League.
Yeah, that's even more absurd than the Super League, the European one. Because at the end of the day, even that would lose a lot of money because no one would buy rights.
What is this British Super League? What you want about?
I have no idea.
No idea what he's talking about.
Oh, right. Okay. I just thought I missed something.
No.
It's the fans abroad that keeps these teams afloat, and the owners at the club. Apparently, Celtic and Rangers would join. Well, Celtic and Rangers have tried joining the Premier League for about 20 odd years.
Yeah.
Failed every single time.
And I wonder why.
I'm not worried about that at all.
No.
If I was you, I wouldn't. That is complete. I'm presuming. I don't mean to sound offensive, but I'm presuming that's come off Twitter.
Yeah. There's no way. I mean, imagine all the uproar about these 6 clubs leaving for a European Super League, and then somehow the FA or something announced a British Super League.
Boris would back it and help with Scotland or something.
No. Now it's fantastic.
That wouldn't help Scotland because Rangers and Celtic are the only reason people probably watch the Scottish Premier League. So
it was on.
Watch the Old Firm derby.
It was on Facebook, right? Okay, so just a little help with this. Then there's not a hope in hell's chance. Then, yeah. Look, Facebook is actually. I don't even use Facebook anymore. I haven't used Facebook for about 2 years now, and even then that was sporadic.
But no, what are Rangers and Celtic bringing to the table? They're not a pull.
Exactly. Look, for me, they've been wanting to try and get into the Premier League for 20 odd years, and that's not even happened yet.
Then try and earn it by going through the Vanarama League and everything first, and then going through that. Try and do that.
I saw it on Insta. Yeah. I'm gonna give you the greatest bit of advice you've got today. Ignore that, mate. That's complete. That is complete baloney. But for everyone watching, please do smash the subscribe button and like the video. It massively helps us if you can do that. And we do have content for the top 4 clubs. We are looking at getting City and Tottenham sorted next year. We're also, I've actually started talking to a German lad. He was on last night. Andrew knows who it is. So he's going to be helping me with. So if there's a German or Spanish player that is sort of coming to one of your clubs, I can talk to him, and he's going to be able to give me a bit of a lowdown. Also, next year we're going to be doing a European show where we basically have the lowdown on all the European leagues. Sulz is going to represent Barcelona. And this other lad is a Real Madrid fan, so we've got El Clasico sorted, haven't we?
Yeah, we're gonna have 40 of them next season, isn't it?
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
I'm saying for Scottish independence, it does sound a bit bizarre. Yeah, mate, it is a bit bizarre, and it's just, could you imagine the absolute shit these clubs will get for doing that?
Yeah,
it's bad enough. It's bad enough joining all top teams in Europe, let alone fucking off to do another one in this country.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, do you want to start a riot?
Yeah.
Like,
oh God.
Sulz is researching it. He's like, there's some truth to this, mate. Nicola Sturgeon's running it.
Oh no, I'm just seeing what I mean, I don't even follow this guy, but Simon Jordan, he's talking about different boards, and I'm like, you literally put Palace into administration, and you're talking about how football clubs should be run.
Oh, this man has an agenda against Ollie as well. He was like, well, Ollie's not a very good manager. Well, that not very good manager is currently sitting second.
I mean, did someone not turn around and say to him, well, you weren't a very good owner?
Yeah, but he was backing Arteta up until about a couple of weeks ago. So
he said Frank would have a more successful career at Chelsea than Ollie would at United.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
one of them.
That's why he's not a multi-millionaire anymore.
One of them left. One of them left their job earlier this season, and the other one's currently sat second with Dan James. So yeah.
I will say though, what I do agree with him is what he said about Sky. Was that I still see them selling the rights. Like I still see like a Netflix or an Amazon stepping up their possible buying of the next football deal, you know what I mean? And then doing like a subscription thing like they still do, like they do in the States for the league or each team or something like. I still see that happening, even with the Premier League.
Nah, it wouldn't work, because the way that RTV deals are structured, you buy them as a group. So you don't buy individual teams. The Premier League.
No. What I'm saying is no.
I know what you're saying. They buy the rights and then they charge people to.
Yeah, but if the Premier League end up making more money, or individual teams make more money through this, they're not going to care.
Yeah.
Now, believe it or not, they're dumb, but they're not that stupid.
But if it's making them more money, they're not going to care, because at the end of the day, they just have to give TV rights away. That's all their job is.
I think what they've got now is perfect for them. They get a ridiculous amount of money from Sky and BT. You've also got Amazon Prime that show the occasional games. That boosts a bit. If Netflix, I think, will jump onto it, but they don't tend to do live streaming at the moment. So I don't know if Netflix quite will do it. I think if Netflix start doing other sports, let's say they dabble in a bit of rugby or something, a bit like Amazon did before, then you can see Netflix jumping in. But I still don't think they'll charge them as individual teams. I think they'll a bit like Amazon do. They get like some weekends where they'll show some games. Yeah. It will be similar to that. I think Sky and BT will lock it out.
Do you know what though, guys?
For the foreseeable.
If they want to do right by the fans, they need to start putting the 3 o'clocks on when they go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
They need to start doing that.
Well, the reason that couldn't be done is because that's a law. So
it's a bollocks law.
I know it's a bollocks law, but it is a law. We probably ought to do a petition about this.
Yeah.
But the reason that they don't want to do it is because they feel or fear that will stop people going to some games. So, for example, their thinking is it will harm the EFL. So clubs like Argyle, they'll have people watch Sky Sports instead of going to Home Park. But I sort of understand.
But then what's them stopping putting Premier League games on? That's I get with the EFL thing, or like
no, but that's what they're thinking. They're thinking if they have a Premier League game on at 3 o'clock, that will stop people going to the likes of Home Park and and to the EFL smaller teams. It's bullshit.
Yeah. If you're gonna go, you're gonna go. If you're not gonna go, you're not gonna go.
It is bullshit because people will. If you want to go watch Plymouth Argyle, you're gonna go watch Plymouth Argyle, regardless of what's on Sky Sports at 3 p.m. Because let's face it, the 3 p.m. kickoffs are normally going to be the smaller games, shall I say? Normally the bigger games on Super Sunday.
Or already picked out their the mouthful.
I think what they do now, I think they should do this. I think this would be a more financially. I think this is the way they do it now. I think we should do it for good. I really like the fact that no teams are clashing with each other. You can watch all the games; they're all live. I like that, and I think now they've done it. I think they can try and do something like that. That would be amazing.
It should have been like this, to be fair, from the beginning. But I do understand the point of like the championship teams and stuff. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if people are gonna watch the championship games, they're gonna go watch it. This is the thing. Now that it's happened, I don't think they can take a step back and not show us these 3 o'clock games anymore, because they've said, "Oh, football's for the fans." This, that.
I don't even think there'll be 3 o'clock kickoffs. I think you obviously have your 3 o'clock kickoff. I like the way they do it now, where they spread the games out all weekend, and you can watch all the games. I don't know about you guys, but I've really enjoyed watching a lot of these games. Obviously, some like Palace, Newcastle, I may have skipped the occasional one, but I've really enjoyed watching all the games live. I've really.
You didn't watch Burnley against Sheffield United the other week? Come on.
Yeah, that was a good.
No, I actually didn't. I didn't. But no, I feel like my love for the game is slightly different now, but not in a negative way. I know we're going way off topic, but who gives a shit about Super League?
Well, the ESL's over, so we can talk about what we want.
Yeah, but for me, my love of the game has changed. So, of course, when Argyle go back 3 o'clock kickoffs, I don't give a flying shit. I'll be going to watch Argyle as long as they're at home, because FYI, travelling up and down the country when you're from Plymouth is a little bit difficult. But my love for the game, watching all these Premier League games, obviously talking about them now, obviously when I first started, I was just watching them, and then I started then I went on Sonny's channel, and here I am as we speak with my own channel, which basically is Sonny's fault, but all good things, eh? But my love for a game has changed in a way that I'm talking about it more. I'm more invested into it, I feel, because when the Super League thing was being spoken about, selfishly, I went, well, what about the channel? And I'm sure Sulz was sort of similar, and I'm sure Terry probably had a thought in his head as well. Mm-hmm. But because I subconsciously was like, well, what about my channel? Am I going to have to start talking Super League now? Like, and I'm just glad they didn't, because I love the fact that a smaller team can go shit on some big team. I like that. That's what English football's about.
The thing is, right, I don't get it, right. So you're talking about the concept of a Super League and talking about the best teams coming into it. That's what they what they should have said is the rich spoiled brats league, because that's what it really is. Yes, that can't qualify for these big competitions. They can't win these big competitions. So we need to all get together, because we're crying our asses off because we're bitches that don't want to spend money, that don't want to compete, right? We need a league for us. No, fuck off, man. If you get top 4 football, you're in the Champions League. Oh, guess what you're doing there? You play the best teams.
I actually think if they said it the way you just said it, there would have been less outrage.
Yeah, probably.
I actually honestly believe if Kroenke came out and was like, I'm a spoiled brat, I don't want to have to work hard for European football, I'm setting up my own league, there would have been less outrage. I firmly believe that. There would have been outrage, and everyone would have been outraged, but I don't think it would have been as bad as it was.
That's what I mean, because that's what it is. Like, the reality is just that, because then they started talking about, why can't, the successful teams of the last 20 years? Then I'm like, but you included Spurs. That just invalidates every fucking thing you've just said.
Oh, we had a comment. I hope it's still here. Oh, where is it?
Like, I don't get this guy. I didn't understand it. Like, so he's talking about, like, you know, the successful teams of 20 years. And I'm like, well, you kind of invalidate that by putting Spurs. With the other teams, okay, I kind of understand because they have actually won something in 20 years.
It was Perez that said it, wasn't he? It was like everyone that's in the league has been successful in winning trophies for the last 20 odd years, and I went, Spurs won a League Cup. Are you joking?
Like, yeah, what the Audi Cup?
I'm pretty sure Bradford or Brentford got to a final of a League Cup once.
Wigan won the FA Cup.
Yeah, Wigan won an FA Cup.
That's a bigger trophy than the League Cup.
Yeah, so like, please don't disrespect our sort of intelligence by trying to tell us that Spurs are a successful club. Like, they're a successful brand. They're a successful brand. The stadium and all the work Levy's done behind the scenes to building this brand, that's successful. But what they're doing on the pitch is not successful.
Well, why didn't they invite Sevilla? Sevilla won 3 Europa Leagues in a row. Why not invite Sevilla if it's all about being successful?
Why didn't you invite Leicester? They won a Premier League.
Yeah, invite Leicester. They won a Premier League.
And they're consistently in the top 6 over the last few years.
Yeah,
in fact, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they've won a Premier League title before 3 of the people that were in the Super League.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I think someone put like, was it? This isn't a bag, so it's like Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Spurs, Man City. I can't remember else. Total number of Champions League wins, like trophies 0. And then they mentioned like, you know, all the other teams that have won European trophies that hadn't been invited, 19. It's like, just say what it is. It's about the financial pool.
Where's Ajax?
If it's about competition, it's about European legacy, it's about winning. Then where's Ajax? Where's, you know?
Well, they did get invited. They had morals and rejected it. Let's be.
Where's Sevilla? Where's
Porto was in. They were invited. They were invited. Porto. They turned it. They turned it down. Benfica the same.
That's because, and a lot of people said that everyone would have accepted this if they were invited. I simply don't see that as being true, because, for example, you look at an Everton. They haven't got a worldwide brand. No. Their brand is very local, right? Yeah. So having a Super League is in absolutely no way beneficial to them.
Do you know what it messed up for them? Yeah,
where?
They didn't explain any of this properly because, like, the thing is, you know when they got an ounce of criticism, like, for example, what's going to happen? So you're telling me there's no right, so this is a close league. Then Perez on the spot was like, no, there'll be 5 positions, and then and then later on in there he goes, okay, so but what happens to the smaller teams? How do they qualify? Oh, we will then be looking to do a secondary league. My problem was, where was all this in the proposal? Like, if they came out with at least half of what they started to spout out because they got criticism, people may have actually sat back, read about it, and gone, do you know what? Let's see. I'm not saying I would have agreed with it, but I would have sat there and think, okay, do you know what?
There would have been healthy debate, and instead of us lot being on this YouTube channel, absolutely ripping into the shit out of it, and calling a Perez a piece of shit and God knows what. We would have actually sat around and been like, well, okay, that bit doesn't add up. I don't like that. That looks good. Okay, but what about money? And if they had actually done, like, you know, for a business, you have like a proper 5-point plan and a financial plan. If they had actually showed that, like, the money they're going to make, the money that would be split between the 20 of the teams in the league, how much of that would have got fed to the specific FAs, but not like UEFA do, then I think this would have got a considerably less criticism. Because you can see it.
But it's also, like we've been saying, it's the timing of this. When they announced it, then why don't they take inspiration? Why don't they take inspiration? You know, like when, like, I think Disney did a whole thing, like, I think a couple of months ago, about all the new, like late last year, all the new products or new shows that are coming on Disney Plus. Why don't they take inspiration about how they present whatever what they do, like take whatever how they present from these companies, like Apple when they do a product, everything like that. Why don't they take inspiration and actually present it as people can actually read about it and visualize it? Because let's face it, it's just human society at the moment. The attention span is very limited sometimes. Okay, but if you also have something that has bright colors, sound, someone who's interesting presenting it, it captures people. Okay, why didn't they do that? Because then you would have had, you know what? It might have been still rejected, but it would have been a healthy debate about it. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what my problem with the whole Super League was? They were like, "Oh, we're going to help the lower teams by giving them money for transfers," but I was like, "You can do that now." The Super League. Well, all right. Let's even say, okay, the last 2 years you couldn't do it because of a pandemic. But what about before that? 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago, you could have done that. The problem is they were trying to. Like Andrew said, they could have done this better. They could have had someone who can deliver this PR in a better way. The problem is you've got Florentino Perez, but let's be honest, he's not the most liked person in football. He's a questionable figure. And when you've got a questionable figure who maybe is going to receive this in a 50-50 way, some people like Perez, some people don't. That's where you got a problem. What they could have done is got an endorsement deal from a very likable ex-player, or maybe even a few ex-players, where they come out and they kind of present this, such as, let's say, I'm not saying, certain it, but like Gary Neville, for example, they could have got him to come in, like someone who's I'm not even respected, but well known within this sort of realm of journalism and presenting football. They could have done that, but what they did was they got them one of the most 50-50 hated guys in the world of football to come out and do it, and it was a president of a club which always aligns with an agenda, and it was just poorly executed. It like you said, Nan, as well, it was a matter of the plan wasn't complete. It was an incomplete, a made-up plan. Which and the thing is, I don't understand what the need for doing it now was, because it wasn't like they need to sign a contract with UEFA or FIFA to commit their futures for the next 10 years or something. I could understand that being an issue with the timing, but you don't. There's not a time limit. They could have thought about this better. They could have even given it another 2-3 years, come out with a better plan about this secondary league and this and how they actually plan to help the lower leagues. They didn't do any of it. And there's too many unanswered questions, which is why the criticism is so high.
Yeah, I would love to have seen a financial plan. I wouldn't have understood it too much, but if you could break it down so that people like myself can understand it and be like, okay, so that's how much they're making, because it doesn't have to. You can it's figures, complicated, but you can make the basics sound quite easy. That's how much is going to be made via the Super League from whatever, the TV deals, the sponsorship, blah, blah, blah. This is how much is going to be split between the league. This is how much is, because don't forget, you got 55 FAs, because UEFA split the pot with 55 FAs, because that's how many European countries there are in the UEFA. So you're going to have to tell me how much money will go to each FA for them to put down through their grassroots and through their pyramid. But then you also need to tell me how you're going to help the Premier League, because don't forget, you're going to make money from your league, but Premier League's going to lose money because the big teams aren't there. Or you're going to run this coinciding with that, but then UEFA lose their Champions League. So your idea has to firstly be fair. It has to have promotion and relegation. That's a must. Right now, you can do that by the highest team. Let's say for the UK, for example, or for England, the team that finishes highest, who aren't already in the league, gets qualification, right? Or you do it as a sort of playoff game where England takes on the winners of Spain and all of that. And the winner of that one playoff game or two-legged, however you want to do it, then gets qualification. But if they didn't do that, they just simply said, we're 12 founding members, we're getting another 3 to come in. Then there's going to be 5 open spots for people to come in. Promotion will be done. However, it was like there was no plan. It's like your initial plan was this is a closed league. Then you got criticised, so you tried putting PR spin onto it. But then the PR spin was like, well, okay, but there's another question to that. So, okay, there's 5 spots, but how do you know who's getting that? It just got too confusing in the end, and people, and rightly so, got scared. They got worried about it.
It was like I said, it's mental gymnastics to understand this. It's like I'm yet to find even someone who's been in the game for a very long time, or even people who can break these sort of business plans down and kind of give it a good understanding. I've tried even speaking to them, and people who have their own businesses, who run corporate businesses at magnitudes of millions and millions of pounds a year turnovers. I've even asked them, I go, do you understand what this Super League is about? And they've all said to me, they go, no. They go, this is such an incomplete, too many questions, and they go, it will never launch, because it seems like even when you look at Perez's interviews, every time he's being asked, it's like a different like he'll answer the same question in a different way, which just goes to show there is no planning to this. They've said it was 20 years in the making, and then it's come out today that it was 3 years, which I understand, because obviously the owners and the board members are probably at the club for about 5 years or so. So I could understand the 3 year this was in the making, but the timing was off. I don't think they were ready to launch this. I don't know what I think I don't understand. They weren't ready, but I don't understand what compelled them to launch it, because I can
tell you what compelled them. They knew that UEFA was setting out their new Champions League reform on the Monday, and they wanted to get ahead of UEFA and go, look, this is what we're doing. We're starting next season. When there is no way this would have got off the floor for next season. I mean, there's enough. It takes enough work to do a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Let alone doing an entire league with the European teams, some of the biggest teams in the world. Like, you're going to need sponsorship, you're going to need TV deals, you're going to then need to work out the fit. There's so much going on. Then you're going to need policing. It was barbaric to even attempt to try and get this done.
because there was no TV rights in place either, and yeah, that's a really good point. I think even you know what, when I was looking at the UEFA proposal, look, I know in terms of the football fans, they're split in an opinion on what they think of it. Now, what I've always tried to explain to people, this whole reform that they've done in the UCL is to answer the questions that these big clubs had. Now, I don't really, the only one thing I'm a bit confused about, what's the elite? Maybe I don't know if they have said anything, but I've not found anything about what is an elite club, because that's the one thing I don't understand. But when you look at the concept of the new reform of the Champions League, I'm actually not fully against it, because I understand why UEFA done what they did, because the whole Super League and the reformed Champions League actually align very closely, because the whole idea was to get these elite clubs auto qualified, whatever. I don't know what their definition of an elite club is, but that's why I find it mind-boggling, because I'm like, you're bringing a Super League, but UEFA have answered all those questions for you. So what's the problem now? You just don't want to be under UEFA. That's all it seems to me.
Yeah. And you made the point right there. They want money for themselves.
Yeah.
But
I think it was you, Sulz, that said, I can't remember on what stream we've had 2 4-hour streams in a row, or 3, 2, 3. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what fucking day of the week it is anymore. But you mentioned about Real Madrid and TV rights. And they were asked to give, was it 5%?
Yeah, so Barcelona and Real Madrid were asked to kind of just cut their percentages down by just slightly. It might not even be 5% really, just to help the sort of promoted teams who are coming up, just to make the league a bit more fair and balanced and more competitive for everyone. They kind of just turned around and said, "Now do one, because we bring the money in."
Yeah,
so,
and you're trying to tell me that the man who's saying that is suddenly going to give a damn about you're trying to tell me he gives a damn about Plymouth Argyle Football Club in League One? Like,
it's all about protecting football.
Exactly, and this is why this was just never gonna get off the ground. And
that's why you know what Andrew said was perfect, because the thing is, it's how controversial Perez is, and how controversial Kroenke, Glazer, and that Henry guy, whoever, John Henry, whatever is the Liverpool owner is. The problem is they've done nothing, right? Neither three of them have done nothing for their clubs first. Forget about what they can do for football for a second. They've not done anything for the clubs they own. What it doesn't fill you with confidence that they'll do anything for anyone else when they haven't done it for their own investment, for their own club that they own. And then on top of that, you know, they're not really figureheads that anyone likes. Like Real Madrid are a controversial team. Barcelona are a controversial team. When you look at it in the grand scheme of European football, people are going to be like, you know, UEFA Lona, you've got, you know, Farid and all of this. Like they've got names that are like not very good. I don't understand what compelled them into thinking that if they came out and made these statements, you know, if they had like I said, an endorsement deal from like Rio Ferdinand or something, someone that's generally well liked in Europe, it might have actually been okay, but it's the figureheads who are running this no one likes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I'm just
Perez is enemy number one now.
Anyways, lads, I've got to go. I've got
we we're gonna wrap it up anyway now. We have been going for almost 3 hours. It was never intended to go on for this long, but and this is why I think the sort of late night show is going to be quite popular, because you just end up talking about God knows what. But we'll be back tomorrow. I think I want to talk football, so I may do a Let's Talk Tactics on my own. Or I might do a refs watch. I might do both. I don't know yet.
2 red cards in the game tonight, so you could do.
I
might do a refs watch actually. Well, there'll definitely be a refs watch. If I do tactics, I don't fucking know if I can be bothered. But there'll definitely be a refs show. Friday, obviously, all the individual shows. You've got the Chelsea show 6 p.m, Liverpool show 8 p.m, the United show hosted by RJ at 10 p.m. The quiz will be at 10, well, straight away, because I have to jump off at around about 10:30. So RJ will fully be hosting that without me as a babysitter.
Ooh,
so
training wheels are on.
the training wheels have come off, and RJ will be in full control. But I'll be watching, so keep that in mind.
Watch yourself. Don't let watch yourself,
so the wheels may have come off, but the wheels can be put back on if needed. The stabilizers have come off, but they can. I made sure to get a reusable one, so don't do anything stupid. And then obviously over the weekend, the games will be played. Some match reactions to all of the big four, apart from Arsenal, because we've got all the individual shows. But I might do it on Saturday. But before we go, please make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Go check out our Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, and our Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _. Join our Discord. All links are in the description. But Andrew, where can they find you, mate?
On this channel, whenever Niall wants, please subscribe to this channel. Also on the Chelsea show every Friday. If he's doing a late night show, I don't sleep a lot. I don't need a lot of sleep, so I'll definitely be up for that. KHNO Football, about 25 subs away from 1K. We did a stream a couple of hours ago. There was a soft subject, but it went into randomness in the end, which I quite like the call-ins. Next is channel with Will and Prime. We'll probably be doing something over the next couple of days, some geek stuff. What else? Is there anything else? I can't think there's anything else. Oh, follow me on Twitter. It's Winter Surfer. If you are following KHNO Filter on Twitter, that is Kai. It's not someone impersonating Kai. It is Kai. Okay? So if you want interactions with Kai, he will be that. Okay? So, that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Damn, these people with only one Twitter. I try to manage two. But DJ, where can they find you, mate?
Yeah, basically you can find me literally everyone every stream, mainly Baggy TV and live streams on there. I'm also on Green Turf and Burton Ballers as well. Big up to all them channels as well. And for me on my Twitter page as well, DJ SavJ17 at DJ SavJ. And obviously here as well when I jump on them.
Yes,
and big up to the
100%.
channel as well.
Cheers, mate. I need to sort out my panel for Fridays. Fridays are such a bastard to sort panels out because I'm sorting them out for 3 individual fucking shows. But the Liverpool boys, just make sure you turn up and all is good. If you don't turn up, Sonny and Tom, if you don't turn up, Andrew will be coming to your house, and you don't want that. Daniel's calling you out because you didn't mention strong team.
Oh, I was actually about to mention it. Don't worry.
I do apologize.
And leading into that, obviously, Sulz, you're doing if you don't know, get to know with a certain Charlotte, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%. I wanted to obviously try and get a female to represent the YouTube scene who represents football, and obviously tomorrow
I would have put a wig on.
Oh man, I didn't know it.
Sulz can do that with their picture now. So he can...
I'll make a whole skit out of that. But yeah, no, 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'll have Charlotte on, obviously talking about football, women in football, because I'm just kind of sick of all this Super League talk. I thought, you know what, let me try and get an episode out for the people. Just kind of take a break from it. Obviously, now it's all over anyway, so we can talk about football freely. And that'll be at 3 o'clock. Obviously, if you haven't checked it out, it will be at 3 tomorrow, a live one, so you can ask all your questions. Obviously, I'm going to get Andrew on one day. I've already had Niall, so if you want to check that out, that's on the channel already. It was a brilliant talk, good banter, and we talked about how to start YouTube channels and what kind of motivated us and how we did it. And then, obviously, you can find that on...
referee and manager fucking, it was the most all-round. You started off with the most all-rounded person you could ever find. It was unreal.
Do you know what I mean? That's how we do it here, And yeah, you can find that all on Guna Souls, and then obviously follow my Twitter where I will be updating a lot of the football news. Behind the scenes, I've been working quite hard to network with people and bring you news, bring you accurate stories, and my kind of thoughts on what's going on in the world of football on at Leicester Bay Footy. And if you want to know the timeline if you want a comedy night, just go on my timeline. I've got all the quotes from Perez, so you can enjoy that as well if you want.
Yeah, 100%. And a little sneak preview. We will be doing a sort of get to know the panel series in the summer. So if you've ever wanted to see me grilling these regulars for about an hour, well, make sure you tune in the summer because this is going to be fun.
On the other end of this one.
Yeah, Sulz is going to be on the other end, and then he's going to have to do one for me. So I'll either let Sulz or RJ do that one. Most likely Sulz. RJ,
Dom do it. We're gonna Dom do it for you.
I'm excited for his one though. I'm excited for when I come out to getting his done. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Rescue 7 p.m. I'll be here talking all of the big decisions that we've seen over the past couple of days. There'll be no Dom. He's just taking a little bit of a break, so he'll be back soon. That is a promise. Let's Talk Tactics might happen, might not. I don't fucking know anymore. But we'll have the late night Let's Talk show tomorrow, I think around about 11. I think Andrew just volunteered to come on. Matt will be there. I'll convince some other people to join. No idea what we're talking about. It's basically going to be, I don't know. It's Matt's idea, so Matt can come up with the talking point. But I'm sure it won't take long. I'm sure it won't take long for us all to get into some conversation. But that'll be tomorrow at 11 o'clock. But a big thanks to everyone watching. We will see you tomorrow. Make sure you check out everyone's stuff. It is in the description. But until then, thanks for